Okay.
Uh-oh.
Seriously, it's on. It's running.
Potato.
Hi, everybody. Yeah.
Yes, it is definitely running.
Thanks.
The herding of cats.
All of our Simlish is on the internet.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll stop now.
Oh, I gotta
Will
hide
you
all
though?
my quick bar crap.
Oh, Lord. That is loud.
Yeah, you want to turn that down.
Meow.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get a recap. Recap-arino. Let's
got
go,
it.
someone. Thank you.
So, yesterday or last week was kind of the climatic event for what I think had been building up into a bit of a long campaign. After talking with Balprick, we basically set out to fight Magus Diliot, and that was most of the session was a long fight with Magus, which was very, very challenging. More than one person went down. Yours truly ended up hiding behind a wall for the last turn with 4 hit points, which is, I believe, the bravest thing anyone can do. Magus proved quite difficult, but at the end we were triumphant, and we managed to get back and inform Balprick. We even brought him back Gramps, who was kind of standing sentinel watching Magus get his ass kicked. He was standing sentinel because Magus had effectively reduced him to just petrified statue, still sentient but unable to move or talk. And once we got Gramps back kicking around, we brought him back to Balprick, and Balprick got back on his own 2 feet, got a new voice modulator, and we got what I understand is the classic pick laugh. And we kind of left the session off
For that.
with that, yeah, drinking wine and reminiscing. The only really important things that I think we may have touched on was we were headed back to the keep. Pick was basically like, I am getting the hell out of here. I'm taking my retirement fund that I stashed away after helping all those poor innocent people. And we were like, oh, right. We've been holding on to that for you just in case. So we gave him back his slush fund. And then what else? I think a couple things may have happened in the Discord. Kith was praying to Kellenmore. I don't know if anything else really happened, but I think that's it.
I don't think that happened yet. Yeah.
Okay, that's the
That's
recap.
tomorrow.
Oh.
We were just
Okay.
getting it
So-
out of the way so that it wasn't
Yes.
eating up game time.
Then I
Oh.
take that back out of my recap. I retroactively remove my future vision from the recap.
That's okay. All right. So, you guys have actually just returned to the war camp. Pick and the other automatons want to get themselves repaired up, get everyone upgraded over to not mind-controlled bodies, and then they want to begin the process of moving the hell out of there. And they said that they would like to, in 2 days' time, come have a conversation with Admiral Coolidge, the leader of this war camp, to establish what happened, that they're leaving, damages and all that, and see what sort of amends can be made, and if there is any sort of agreement that needs to be come to by Admiral Coolidge and Pick himself. So, with that knowledge, you guys headed back to the camp, and you've only just gotten back. And it is raining, and it is late at night. It's maybe 10 o'clock at night. I'd like to know if there's anything you guys want to do now that you've returned to the camp. I mean, aside from probably tell them what happened. I imagine you probably want to do that, but you don't have to. It's your life.
I have a thing I want to card.
I do think we tell them what happened. I recall Pick saying something like he'd like once he's had some time to get his shit together, so to speak, he might want a meeting with Admiral Coolidge.
Yes.
So that is a thing that I think we would like to try to arrange. But basically, just to give a summation of what happened, and that the ultimate aggressor in all this was Magus Diliot, who has now been taken care of, and we consider the siege broken. And hopefully, Admiral Coolidge is satisfied with our services and will recommend the Merigard Academy to all his friends and neighbors.
Okay.
I mean, that was a joke, but
Oh,
Telahai will make
sorry.
it.
I thought you were being serious.
I was that Telahai would say it,
Oh,
but but just because Telahai says something doesn't mean it's serious.
okay. So you guys have collected a few things from the keep. There was some talk of investigating. However, Pick and his friends are still alive, all except for Dilliot. So
Sorry.
looting efforts were pretty much like Pick was like, "Why would you take my stuff?"
Oh, that's
Um,
funny.
So you guys were granted as a reward. Pick saw you holding the handy dander and didn't get mad.
Hey,
So you're
maybe not.
allowed to keep that pistol, Mr. Fitzroy. He also allows you to keep the things that you picked up off of Dilliot's body, which in this case is in two separate cases, the arcane core tied to Vestra's leg, and the forge mind and anchor that Fitzroy is carrying, as well as the handy hop up, the wand, and I think there was one other thing. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, that Dimitri has. So, and also, he like saw you lugging around 3 gallons of oil, Fitzroy, and he just kind of shrugged, as if, I guess, if you really want that. So that's what you guys have acquired and begun to head back. Now, if there was an attempt to take something under the table, if anyone wants to do that, you can. Retroactively, I'm going to require an investigation check and a sleight of hand, but you don't have to.
Do I want to rob the people we just helped?
Yes,
I'm trying to decide.
this is morally subjective. Your character can make whatever decision she wants.
Can I, like, surreptitiously look around and then decide if I'm going to steal it once I've found something?
Sure. Roll investigation.
Okay.
Dimitri did this as well. I will give you advantage because he was kind of poking around as well.
Oh, cool. I love
Yeah.
advantage.
Is this still at the keep?
Yeah.
This is technically still at Keep Vaughn.
We're having a momentary flashback to snooping around Eep.
Oh,
Pull up my advantage here.
Now, Dimitri has told me he wouldn't take anything in character because he wouldn't do that, especially since he couldn't find anything in
Yes, it's hard to
reference
take.
to the Merigard.
All right, well,
Dimitri was specifically looking things that were once the Marigards, like the journal Kith found, and going to be like, hey, we're just going to take this back to Marigard with us because they.
Delha's just looking to see if there's anything interesting that she's interested in.
Did you roll it already?
Yeah, I got a 17. Not a great roll.
Okay. You find nothing relating to the Merigard.
Nope, I wasn't really looking for that. I was looking for what is interesting.
Interesting, there's a lot of arcane engineering manuals. There's a lot of parts for automatons.
Oh, not so much.
There's a lot of parchments and painting supplies. A few works of art that looks like some of the other forge minds have made themselves. Some of them are not very good.
Okay, I will not loot that.
Does Pick know about the silver stranding you have?
Yeah, I got it off the wizard. I
Oh.
didn't want to interrupt.
Ooh. I'm gonna roll perception for Pick. No. He has no idea.
When I'm alone with Fitz, I'm going to ask him if he wants it, and if he doesn't, I'm going to give it back.
Oh, alright. Well, I mean, you can just say when I have a moment, and then you can talk to Fitz. Like right now.
Oh, well, hey Fitz, do you want this 4 pounds of silver stranding I have? Is Fitz dead?
That's right. You dead?
He had to go AFK for a phone call.
Right.
Oh shit. That's right. He's muted.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll address that later.
I will just talk to him later.
Okay. So aside from that, Pick doesn't know you have it because I rolled real bad on perception. You guys are now back at the war camp. You've just entered the main gates. It is raining. It is cold. It is dark. And as you guys approach, Gutri approaches. And he says, I've been told the liaison. What happened? Are you alright? You look like you've been through hell.
Oh, we're fine.
He's like looking at the huge scorch mark on your chest, Telehay.
Yeah, I got better. So we've. Sorry, I thought we'd done this already because I did a whole spiel. We investigated the keep through the back entrance, and we've taken care of the principal antagonist, which I would say our aggressor here was Magus Diliot, who was the forged gentle person.
Okay, I'm
in
going to
charge?
stop you here. You can just say, you tell Gutri what happened.
Okay,
And then he would say,
I tell him what happened.
okay, and then he would say, well, we should bring that to Coolidge. He wants to know the status of your mission right away.
All right, then let's. I guess we order him in his gym gens then.
He's not... follow me. Gutri leads you toward, once more, the Admiral's tent.
Don't do that. My cord.
Yes, Thormir, you were not... Pick asked for his money back.
Yes, we don't have his money.
You don't have his money. Actually, he said we're going to take our money and go back to Silver's Reach. And you guys were like, oh yeah, we have that money. And Pick was like, thanks for saving me from walking 2 rooms.
Yes,
So,
that is what happened.
no worries. Okay, so you guys are led over to Admiral Coolidge. Is there anything you're going to do before that?
I'd like to. We left Motri back here. I'd like to tell him what happened.
Oh, you're going to tell him first?
Well, I suppose with this guy like leading us to Coolidge, it would be really awkward if we were like,
Yeah, Gutri wants you to debrief.
"All right, what if we wait? Hang on. Let me just grab Motri out of the tent, and we'll bring him with us, and so he can. We don't have to tell the story twice.
Oh, great.
Look,
Okay.
it'll take 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
So Telahai will go and tell that to Motri.
So when you step into the tent, Motri and Mason are having a conversation with each other. And,
Gentlemen, hello. Hi, I'm
Yes.
interrupting you. I'd like to take you with me, so that we can tell the story to you and to the Admiral Pulsar at the same
Another
time.
story? I've heard plenty of them lately.
It's a good story. You'll like it. You'll like this story. Magus
I don't think I
Diliot
can
is
argue
dead
with
as a
you.
doornail, and we'll tell you why and how, and just we're coming along. Here we go.
So you
Can I
pick up
carry
the
both
heads.
of these heads?
Yeah, they're yes.
They're
you can
heads.
carry
Okay,
them.
so I grab a head in each arm and I head back to the others.
Okay.
You head up.
You carry Motri and Mason's head along with you, and once more the Goliath and the half-orc are standing in front of the tent, pole arms crossed, and as Gutri and you all approach, it looks like they're expecting you, and they turn their pole arms to the side, and you guys can enter. As you do, you see Admiral Coolidge is over by his war map, and you see next to him is Master Sergeant Masters, who is he's got one of the Wyvern figurines in one hand, and under his other arm is a large crate It looks like a well-made box almost, and like messing with the figurine of the wyvern and the little soldiers. And Coolidge is looking up at you as you come in. As you step in, Coolidge says, "Good evening. I expect good news as you all come back intact, mostly."
Oh, hi.
So are we just? Do we
I
wanna
mean,
wait for?
yeah, we could wait for everyone to be back at the keyboard, or
Wait a minute.
I could just continue to talk
Here
by
you go,
myself throughout the entirety of the
Sure,
session.
it could
That
just
would
be a
fine, too.
one-man show. All Beth. That's the only
Right.
player.
I'm still here, by the way. I'm just
I'd
muting.
like to see how that goes, actually.
Nope.
Of terrible accent work for many hours.
Okay, so you guys have entered Coolidge's tent, and it is as I've described. Wander is with you. He's being quiet. Because the player of Wander is not here.
Indeed.
Kith is also quiet because she's in contemplative Kith mode.
We never really rested or anything, right? I mean, I guess we had libations with.
I think we had a
Okay,
short
gotcha.
rest.
You had a short rest. You have not rested, so you are still beat up and
Yeah, I'm
And-
definitely leaning heavily on my arcane firearm.
I'm gonna
Um,
find somewhere to put down these heads. It may be on the war table.
that's pretty much the only surface we're easily available.
Okay, so I put them down on the war table,
Yeah.
and then I move them slightly so that they're not looking threatening with respect to this camp. Because I'm a derp.
Their heads are kind of pointing up, so they can't really even see the table anyway.
Right, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Or maybe you don't. I don't know.
It's okay. You put them on the table. Coolidge does not become hostile.
Right there.
I'm fine. Carry on. Everything is okay.
Coolidge looks down at the two robot heads and at the rest of you and says, "I assume there's been a development? Or is this just a powwow?"
It, you could say there's been a development. And then, all right, I'm not going to say the whole thing again because
tell them
you've
what
told
happens.
me to stop. Like, yes, we do.
Okay. So, if there's any other details you guys want to add aside from just basically an overview of what happened, please tell me. Otherwise, I'm just going to take it as basic details of what happened.
Yeah, I think basically that's what happened. I don't feel the need to tell everybody that I have his brain.
Okay. After you finish telling him, you see he is thoughtful. After a long pause, he says, "That does explain the few numbers we saw on the walls, but their unique and immediate response to any threat. How many did you say? 30 total? 20 after our little interception? Well, if Dilliot is the main proprietor behind this problem, and he's gone, I'd like to know your all honest opinions of these individuals."
I think you've hit it on the head, sir. They're individuals. They're people. Some people are bastards. Some people are heroes. But I can genuinely say, I think the thing they're number one most interested in is getting away from here and starting their new lives out from under the thumb of people like Magus Dilliot.
Honestly, I think most of them are just recovering from having been controlled by an evil mage for a period of time. It's quite disturbing. One of them decided he needed to stomp all over the wreckage of the body, and I honestly sympathize. I would do the same. I don't think they mean any harm to you or yours, and I don't think that you will see any more disappearances except those who actually want to leave. They're moral folk insofar as there's a morality that can be ascribed to a folk. So I think that it's my belief that there's no need for any further bloodshed or stone wrecking, as the case may be.
So, did we learn if these individuals are creations, or if they are they extensions? What are they? Is this an abomination? Is this
No,
unholy?
They're alive. When the mortal body fails, they're transferred to these extenders of life. I mean, I suppose it would be up to the Holy One to say whether they're holy or not, but I saw nothing wicked in trying not to die.
So he would actually turn and look at you, Kith, when she says that, as you are clearly wearing a symbol of Kellenvor.
This is still that night.
Yes. I have not prayed yet.
I don't know the answer to that. I was going to try and do some prayers and come to some sort of conclusion myself tomorrow, after I've had some rest.
Well,
I might chime in and say, basically, it's a lot like astral projection. Their human bodies seem to have failed them, and their souls have been projected and trapped in these automatons. As Delahai said, I can't really speak to the morality of it, but technically, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's ingenious, really.
They're living on beyond the time that their bodies have failed them, so I don't know where that falls.
Well, their bodies are failing, but the souls haven't left yet, right? Soul's still there. She sort of reaches over and she gestures sort of at Mason and Motri, who seem very much to have souls that are alive.
I don't know.
Well, I've been doing some investigating of my own. I've employed the assistance of Custis while you all were infiltrating and assassinating, apparently. To him,
Kind of worked out that way.
according to nature, Motri and Mason do not come off as undead. Which is good enough for me. At least, for now. Though I imagine this... You say their soul is trapped?
Trapped, I think, is a challenging word.
Who said it?
The magic that is used to bind their souls to these mechanical bodies, if you believe in a soul, is very similar to astral projection, in which the human body can be left behind and your astral self can be projected on the astral plane. I am not equipped intelligently, spiritually, really just in any way to discuss whether or not your astral self is your soul. But that at least seems to be, if you believe in an astral self being a soul, then that's what's trapped, what's bound to these bodies. But trapped is tough because every single person we spoke to went into this arrangement willingly.
Well, I am no shaman, and I know no shamans. I have no idea.
As I understand it, it's less a binding, more an anchoring. But I could be wrong. Just the terminology that Pick and Gramps used.
The difference.
Oh.
It seemed... Oh, right. The people that ran the keep were... Out of character, what's his name again? The bad wizard dude.
Magus Dilliot.
Dilliot. Sorry, I can never remember his name, and I don't know why. They were the ones
Forgettable,
that
isn't it?
ran... No, it's not, and you know it. I'm just real shit with names. They were the ones that ran the show before Dilliot showed up, and they were the ones that started helping the crippled who couldn't move anymore, and
Right.
everyone that they brought over did so willingly. It wasn't until they showed up, as I'm aware, that things started disappearing.
And it sounds to me, if your testimony is correct, that the war criminal lies entirely on the shoulders of this Magistiliot.
Well,
Who's
not
been
anymore.
Quite,
Vesta
quite
ripped out
dead.
his heart.
Delightful. Well, I would still like to have a conversation with this bow prick. Or is it pick? You keep saying both.
I think one of them's the nickname, but Pick is the name.
Pick?
Pick is his name.
Okay,
Is-
well,
And Gramps is, as I read in a journal-esque thing in the keep, was either a family member or a good friend of his that was the first to be brought over.
hey Fitzroy,
Yes, sir.
your passive perception is high enough that I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please. But only you.
Oh no.
Oh,
Fitzroy, as you all are having this conversation, in the peripheral of your vision, in the right side of the tent, you catch a glimpse of a purely gray and black shadowy figure that is facing the wall of the tent.
It's a humanoid? It's a humanoid figure?
It looks like a human, but it's facing away from you. You can't see its face. All you see is black and gray back of the hair. And if you turn to look, it's gone.
I definitely turned to look, and then, without saying anything, I probably kind of walk over towards that corner and just continue investigating. Not like, I don't think I'm in the middle of that conversation between Dimitri and the big man in charge, so I'm just going to try to peek over at the corner where I saw the figure. And I missed your guys' day at the festival, right? I was assuming I was not there, and other academy functions.
yeah, but he was on the
Correct.
ship with us, wasn't he, when it happened?
We saw the other gray man.
He was not yet.
No, we hadn't picked him up yet.
Ah,
He doesn't know anything about this.
This was pre-collision.
right.
Pre-calamity.
So I guess investigation or perception again.
Investigation. Now that you're actually looking for it. Oh, well. It's gone. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah. All right.
23. That's actually pretty good.
Plus 11, man, helps a lot.
Even with that, though, you don't understand what you just saw. Maybe it was an illusion. Maybe it was a projection of something. You've never seen a creature that looked like that. And you've never seen one that vanished the instant you tried to focus on it. Not like that.
Am I convinced that I saw it and that I wasn't, bed sore and battle ragged?
I think that's up to you.
I'll ask Kama if he noticed anything when it came in.
Roll me a perception for Kama.
Who?
The
Is
bat
that-
familiar.
The red ball on his helmet.
Just passively, I guess, checking it out. So would have been. Trying to figure out how to roll this for Kama.
Delahaye, Fitz, Dimitri, roll me insight.
Okay, well, I wrote first. Oh, insight first.
That's an 8.
Or not Fitz. Kith, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sight. Insight. I'm gonna roll me some insight.
Dormir
Okay, roll.
and Nestra are just like looking at the worm ever, looking at roll, not paying attention to this at all.
Oh no, I'm sketching out for my next carving.
Right.
So 11 for Kama.
Kith and Dimitri, you both. Oh, he didn't see fuck anything. He didn't see anything at all. Kith and Dimitri, you guys both see Fitzroy. Even if he tries to hide it, a look of surprise or weariness as his attention turns to one side of the tent to your right.
I'll creep
Um,
over there and ask him if there's something going on.
I could have sworn I just saw. I don't know. Could have been a trick of the light, but like a
There's light.
shadow in this corner, a gray figure. But it's gone as soon as I focused on it.
A
and
gray
I can't see-
figure? Like what?
Well, humanoid. It was facing the tent of the wall,
Away from you?
away from me. Yeah, and as soon as I turned to look at it,
We'll talk about it later.
Ah, yes, we are being followed by shadow people. Perfect.
shadow people.
Later,
Boy.
later, guys, later.
It was a joke.
Okay, later it is.
Coolidge, who's still talking with Telehay, and well, I guess just Telehay at the moment. Because everyone else is dealing with this.
Hey, I made my check.
It's true. You did. He will say, I would like to have a conversation with Pick and anyone of their group that can consider themselves a leadership position. Probably just Pick, based on what you're saying, or Gramps.
I spoke with Pick briefly, and I believe that he shares that desire to confab a bit.
Oh,
with
good.
you, sir.
Good. That saves me trouble. When can we arrange a meeting?
I think they might need a little time to sort of sort out the mess a little bit up there. Maybe in a day or so, a couple of days, just to let them figure out which way's up, so to speak. But
Very well. However, your defeat of Magus Juliet, your assistance with infiltrating the keep, your assistance with the interception, discovering the pit, I would say you have successfully fulfilled your contract to the letter,
huzzah!
and then went above and beyond. And so, your payment.
Ale, please say ale.
Uh,
I mean, I think that's the contract payment.
He says, your payment will be assigned to the Marigar to be distributed amongst you, but it is more than the standard contract fee. You'll get that when you return, as I've received orders to not provide bounty outside of paying the Marigar.
Oh, that's fair.
However, Master Sergeant Masters here does have an agreeable bonus, and Masters kind of nods, and he sets the box up on the war table, and it's like right in front of the two heads, and they're now Motri's like, well, no, I can't see anything.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's a head.
Master Sergeant Masters takes a crowbar, and he starts popping at the lid,
It better
and
be
he
one
says-
egg.
and he says, now,
Please be a wyvern egg.
Oh my god.
I do need you all to very careful, because these are not easy to come by. But Charlie and Carly were busy, and he pops the top of the box, and there are two brilliant orange wyvern eggs in the box.
Ooh.
How long? Oh gods, how long do they take to? Hatch?
I don't know when Carly birthed these, as they don't fucking tell me.
All right.
Likely 3 to 4 months.
All right.
You have a manual we could use. Because I don't think
man-
any of us are animal breeders.
He just, it's like, you can,
We can research it when we get back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean, they're
something
technically
happens on the
property
way.
of the Marigard.
no, these are yours. This is our payment to you that's not going to the to the company.
Thank you.
This is
That's
for
it.
saving the lives of our soldiers so we can get off this godforsaken rock.
Can we touch it? I want to touch it.
Yeah. And he like slides the box forward a little bit.
Kith will climb up onto whatever chair or whatever she can so she can reach it.
Sure, there's stools around the war table.
Try touching the egg.
You
There's
too,
two.
Charlie and Charlie?
One of them is brilliant orange, and the other one is like a red and silver that's dappled across it in polka
Ooh,
dots.
I touched the silver one.
These are both very
I
pretty.
will take the orange one.
They're very they're very warm.
Oh, I don't try to pick it up. I just touch it.
Yeah, it's very warm.
I don't want to drop
Can
it.
I like study
Uh,
them? Just like
Sergeant
curiosity?
Masters, do you think I could get another flight in with Charlie before we leave?
I mean, now that we're not arranging a siege, I don't care. Probably if Charlie will let you.
All right.
Master Surge of Ages.
I'm really
You are
tired.
amazing.
I'd like to get to bed, but thank you for this very, very generous gift.
Yeah, keep
And-
them in the box. It's gonna keep it warm. Don't take them out until you can get them to an environment to keep them warm.
Sure.
Like the box, they could hatch
Sure,
just straight
Wander
out of the
can-
box, but
She
wanna keep
knows
'em warm.
animals.
Yeah. Do you have a sort of manual for maintaining them?
no, my
Because if you don't,
CO taught me, and now I'm telling you.
okay, well, if you're willing in the morning, I'd like you to teach me over the next couple days.
I mean,
How
I'll
long
give
are
you
we
some
gonna be
tricks
here?
and stuff, but there's not really. Again, I don't. They're really smart. Like they understand you. They come out of the box understanding you. Like they're. I don't know what the gods did to grant such intelligence to dragons, but these are no lesser.
Okay.
Master
I,
Sergeant Masters.
Yes,
Do Carly and Charlie know that you've separated them from the ranks?
they have 3 more, and the way wyverns birth, when they hatched, they were going to fight each other for the remaining survivors. So, I'm saving these 2 wyverns' lives by giving them to you.
We're incredibly honored. Thank you.
You're welcome. And
I'll
thank
give
you.
him a hug.
He's much skinnier than he looks by his armor.
That's okay. I
And
don't
he
say
hugs you
anything.
back.
And then, are we? Can I get some sleep?
Yeah, I don't care. And
I mean, I
Coolidge
was
is
mostly
like,
looking at Coolidge and the
Coolidge
others.
nods and says, yes, dismissed. I'll be in contact with you about conversing with Pick on the morrow.
Itha's pretty exhausted. It was a long, long day. Burned through all my spells.
Long road,
Dimitri,
getting
the
from
egg
there.
has a very interesting texture to it because it's very, very slick, but when there is a divot, it's very harsh. It's almost sharp.
It's almost
Very
what
weird.
you might
The
cut.
egg surface is very, very slick until there's a divot, and the divots are very, very sharp. You don't cut yourself or anything, but it does feel very strange.
You said it was gray and silver?
Or red and silver.
Oh, red and silver.
One of them is like a pure orange, and the orange is like whirling different shades of orange across the surface.
Swirly
like-
orange. Got it.
Yeah, like one of those fog balls that you
Sure.
the stress relief balls.
Hmm.
Yeah, but orange and dark orange and stuff.
Yeah. I just kind of look over at Kith and like nod my head because
Okay.
we both know what's gonna happen.
Kith is going to bed. She's exhausted. And she's dealing with a moral, religious quandary. She's got a
Okay.
lot on her mind. She goes to bed.
All right.
Thormir's gonna find a tree to lean up against and start carving another little statue.
Give me a crafting check.
Will do. Do-do-do-ba-do-bo. Hey, not bad.
17. Carving comes out pretty good.
It's gonna
Not
be
perfect, but pretty good.
It's gonna try to be when Vestra lifted up Diliat on her trident.
Oh,
That was pretty sick.
That was pretty sick.
This dope. I was sitting here like listening to the recording, like Ghetto Festra. That was hype.
All right. So you guys are gonna adjourn to your tents and get some rest.
Yes.
The restaroo.
Okay.
Did Motri and Mason have reactions to the story that we told?
Not out loud.
Okay.
You're welcome to ask them, but they didn't say anything when you told it.
I probably
All
would
right.
have.
I'd like to
Planned
ask,
on taking
especially
them, though.
Motri. I'd like to ask Motri, like, is he okay? How is he doing?
He would tell you, by doing this, you have saved my friends. That's really all he would say.
I hope he gets an upgrade when he gets back.
I'm sure that we'll get him a body, or that Bulprick will get him a body. I'm not doing anything, but Bulprick could.
If he does not, then I will have a very strongly worded complaint.
Oh, you're getting better and better every day, Motri.
I'm not.
Personality-wise,
No, yeah, okay.
I don't know how to talk to automatons.
Like the blue eyes just like blink at Thormir.
Motri, I saw your
Tell
lady
me your
friend.
secrets, metal man.
So what?
I saw your lady friend. Motri.
Oh, how did you recognize her?
She's the only one there. Well, the only lady who seemed to be able to suffer your insolence. She was very kind. She was a big part of our victory.
Good. I am glad she was able to take part. He had always proclaimed frustrations with Diliot's control.
Well,
Yes.
now hopefully she and everyone will be free of his influence. Or the yoke of influence.
I'm looking forward to not being here anymore. I
I
dislike
gotta be
rain.
honest. I'm looking forward to you not being here anymore either, buddy.
Thank you. And Mason, who's like on the other side of the tent's like, okay, so what now? Like, they're doing all their fixing up and we just chill here?
I can take you back if you'd like me to.
That would be cool. You know, I mean, I don't really remember anything, but Motri's been telling me that Boprick's real good at, or Pick, I guess, is real good at fixing us, and I'd really like to be able to walk.
He is really good. He may be well, he's a genius. There's no other way to say it. If you don't mind, I would like a little bit of sleep, but I can take you back there first thing in the morning, get you jump started on your repairs.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like that. I'm sure Motri would too, as when he's not pouting.
I think you're right, friend. In the morning, I'll take you there. I'd love to
you.
watch Boprick work myself, so.
Well, I hope he does good with spectators.
Something tells me he doesn't quite get nervous like I do.
What? I'd like to know if you guys are sleeping like in one tent or in separate tents, or what's the plan?
I thought we were all staying in individual tents.
That's what I'm finding out right now.
I'm in my individual tent. Sure, I go back to my workshop.
I was under the
Yeah,
impression
I'm-
that I had my own tent, but
Okay.
Yeah, I have my own tent too.
I thought we would, yeah.
I could share too. I don't care.
I mean, I'm small. I can fit with someone else.
I'm not going to share with Thormir.
I'll make sure the ring's not on. I'm not trying to be stealthy in my sleep.
Well,
I hope.
Okay. You would feel better in the morning.
Well, most definitely. Well, that wild deer meat.
Anyway, you guys retire to your tents. I've got to roll something.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Sweet
Oh, shit.
Caroline.
We have made it out of the tent. Like, Telehai, when you came up and mentioned that you would tell me later, or Kith, when you mentioned you would tell me later, did you say something when we leave the tent or no?
No, she looks like she's going straight to her tent.
Okay.
So unless you stop her, that's where she's
No.
going.
Nope, I would have been equally exhausted. For sure.
Okay. Hey, Dimitri, I need you to choose high or low.
Oh no.
Hi.
Okay.
Noon.
It's
high noon.
Thank you.
That is.
I didn't even play that fucking game, and I got that reference.
Well, they made fun of them for a good bit while they were on the show.
Everybody gets one.
Tell him, Peter.
Matt Mercer said that at a panel in reference to the Spider-Man, but still, I thought it was funny. So, this is exciting. All right.
What have I done?
So each of you
I
guys,
don't like
each of
clanging.
you guys have a sizable tent. Not huge, but it seems like the tents could easily hold more than just yourselves, which is pretty nice. You're comfortable. Dimitri,
Yeah.
what is your passive perception?
Oh no. Oh no. 17.
It's pretty late. It's maybe like 4 a.m. You hear a strange noise. It wakes you up.
Outside or inside?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You can't tell. But you hear this sound that's like... And then a moment later, you hear it again. It sounds a little farther away. It just sounds like... And then another...
I grab my rapier and walk out the tent.
So... Roll me a perception check.
Fuck.
18. Oh, I'm sorry. It is dark in there. I need it at disadvantage.
Oh no.
Oh, damn it. Oh. Oh. Why are you doing this to me?
Because you chose.
No!
Okay, that's not great. As you begin to head toward the tent flap to leave your tent, and it's maybe like 15 feet across, this tent. So you make about 3 steps, and then you feel a horrible, painful, cold sensation across your back right as you're reaching for the tent. It feels just miserable. I do need you to make a con save for me.
Oh no. Dimitri.
Not my fault.
Okay. You do take 5 points of necrotic damage. And you don't know from where, because it is pitch black in here.
So, I have 2 hit points.
You
So
did take
I'm
a
gonna
short
cast-
rest.
I'm gonna cast. Is Thunderclap an area of effects? Yeah, it's within 5. I cast Thunderclap
Okay, what's the save for that?
because I'm being attacked and I don't know from where. So,
Okay.
also this will let everyone else be. Oh shit, something's happening.
So before we go
So-
any farther, we did take a short rest. I'm going to ask you, did you heal during that short rest? Did you spend any hit dice?
I'm gonna say no because I wouldn't have thought about it until then, and it's too late now.
You
Okay,
wouldn't
fair
have
enough.
thought about healing yourself at a short rest we took hours ago? So we hiked back, like, all the way back to camp, and we had that meeting and all of that stuff, and at no point you were like, gee, I'm about to bleed out, maybe I should have put on a Band-Aid?
I didn't realize I was so low health, honestly.
I was completely out of spells, so
Yeah.
do you,
You
get
had
hit
7
points
hit
back
points.
in a short rest?
Yes, you get.
I
You can
had
spend
7 hit
dice.
points.
Oh, then I'm gonna hit short rest for me.
Now it's totally reasonable for you to say your character might not have chosen to heal, but
I definitely did. How do you know how many hit
I
points
don't
you
think
get back?
Dimitri would have thought
You can
about
roll
it.
it in D&D
honestly.
Beyond.
Roll your hit die.
okay.
I don't think Dimitri would have thought about it, honestly.
Oh, whoops.
There would have just been so much rushing through his mind, he just wouldn't have thought about it before he fell
7
asleep.
back.
Okay. You cast Thunderclap. Please describe what that does.
Basically, I slap my hands together, and everything within 5 feet of me makes a DC 15 con save, and if they fail, they take 2d6 damage. It's a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, you guys would definitely hear this. Though it is
So-
raining heavily.
Rain with
Hold on.
thunder.
What is the save here? Let me see.
DC 15 Constitution.
I rolled exactly a 15 plus. Yeah, plus
he
3.
needs
It
it.
saves.
Okay. Well, then he doesn't take damage because it doesn't have a fate who succeeds.
Okay. Well, all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, maybe 4 in the morning, you guys all wake up to echoing across the night from somewhere in the
Does
camp.
this sound exactly like thunder?
Let me look at the spell. My assumption is yes, because it does thunder damage, but I'm going to look at it.
I'm checking because it was raining pretty hard.
Yeah, that
and
was my thing I was wondering about too. Like, if it was already raining, which we can
I
hear.
might want to like
Can
roll
I-
an insight
can I
check or something to see if I
retroactively-
think that's not
Hold on,
weird.
I'm looking at it first to see if you even need to. You create a burst of thunderous sound. I would say you can decide what it sounds like.
Okay.
What does it sound like?
I'm gonna. Could I do that? Could I
How about alarm bells
just
clanging?
scream and have it?
Sure. You hear a thunderously loud scream screech out from across the camp.
That's terrifying.
Okay. I'm up.
Yeah, that would wake me up.
I'd like all of you to roll me perception. I'd like you to roll me a dexterity check for initiative, Dimitri. Now, all of you are prone because you were asleep.
Perception with advantage because it's at night.
It's a hearing-based perception.
Okay, then never mind. Just
Okay.
then don't. I'm not gonna get freaking
Uh,
advanced hearing in the dark. That's stupid.
what am I doing, Echo? I didn't hear you.
You were rolling initiative against this thing that's hit you.
Are we
Okay,
all rolling
you said,
initiative just to see in
Not
turn
yet.
order what we're doing?
Not
Okay.
yet.
All right.
Victor first, like
My
figure out if
perception
we
is,
reach
is
there.
garbage. Did we get a full rest before this happened?
No.
Okay.
You got a short rest.
Okay.
Don't like
So how does
this.
the healing on the short rest work? We get one
Yeah.
roll?
You get to spend hit die, and you can have a number of hit dice equal to your level.
Oh,
You can spend as many hit die as you want until you run out.
oh.
Okay.
But you
fuck
can
yeah.
spend up to 5 hit dice.
Well, in that case,
And you regenerate them on a long rest.
Yes.
yeah, well, then I would have used all of them, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I will use all of them. 1, 2, 3.
Dimitri,
4,
you
5.
do go first. However, you don't see what was in this room that hit you, but you did feel it in your back. You have 2 hit points. What you gonna do,
I'm gonna
mate?
dash out my tent.
Okay.
Because I
creature.
assume I know the general layout of the. Actually,
Yeah, you know
No, you're
outside
right.
your tent. You know outside your tent are some torches. You know there's some supplies hanging out outside your tent.
okay. In that case, I'm going to, I guess, disengage, even though I don't know where it is. Can I do that if I don't know where it is? Disengage?
You can disengage. Basically, you bring your rapier up to swat at whatever is there to defend yourself, and then you run backward if you're disengaging.
I disengage and get the hell out of my tent.
Okay, so you spend your action to
Because I can't
disengage, and you
see.
use your movement to get out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to show you a thing.
Just me?
No, I can't really limit that.
You could deem it to me on Discord.
No, that's not how this is going to work.
Oh.
What was your initiative again? 13?
13.
All right.
He's just showing you the new format for the new character sheet.
Yeah, here's your new character. No,
Oh, jeez.
that's not going to happen.
I have a feeling that's exactly what's going to happen here. And I don't
Dimitri.
want it to. I really like Dimitri.
As you run out of the tent, you see to your left a gray, creepy as shit, shadowy figure that's facing opposite you. But unlike you've seen it before, this one is more visible. And it is facing away, but it's moving toward you. Like walking backwards.
That's creepy as shit.
Oh. Okay.
Is it moonwalking?
No.
And all of a
it's-
sudden it's joking.
Moonwalking,
its
self-defense.
knees are his knees don't look right. However, I'd like everyone else to roll me a percentile here. The higher your percentage is, the closer you are to Dimitri's tent.
Nope. Sorry, Dimitri.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Oddly enough, Dimitri is
another
right outside his
campaign.
tent.
That's uncanny.
that's funny.
We all roll a D100?
Everyone's rolling a D100.
All right, got
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
yes.
for a second.
yes.
Oh, Kith, your tent is right nearby.
Woohoo! We're next
door
door. We're
neighbors.
I will say you can actually be outside your tent and in this situation.
like I'm already outside, or
Yeah, you're already outside. Like you've run outside to see what the fuck happened.
and I see what?
You see Dimitri run out of his tent, which is directly to the left of yours, and you see two of these gray shadow figures facing away from you, though they are moving toward Dimitri.
Holy crap! I will. Can I do anything?
Hold on. Roll initiative for me.
Oh god,
Let's
I
find
can't
out.
do anything. I have no spells.
This is what it looks
You
like.
got a mace.
Oh wait, I
Just
can
smash.
still. I can still blow my
Oh.
Check
my divine
cantrips.
stuff.
It's a ghosty goo.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
now I feel bad for blowing off poor Fitz, but like I thought it was just another one of those things. I even have notes in like my journal about like we really need to figure out what this means, and
I'm so dead.
oh, I'm on a okay.
I don't
You are on
want
a
to be
6.
dead.
So, Dimitri, you have just run out of the room, and you're spending 30 movement. You are about here. You see there are 3 of these gray, facing away from you figures. They are moving towards you. You have a bonus action you'd like to try.
Maybe. Is this spell a bonus action? No, it is not. All of my spells are actions. Good. Okay. Do I see Kith?
Yeah. You see her. She's just run out of her tent, and she turns and sees all this happen.
I have a very big look of oh shit on my face.
Fitzroy,
I
Talahai,
take off my
Thormir.
mask and absolutely yeet it at Kithmia and tell her to catch it
Do what?
because I don't. I throw my mask to you because I don't think Dimitri's going to survive this, and if there's one thing he
What?
wants left of him remaining, it's his mask.
Okay,
I don't
so
think. Okay, all right.
he throws a mask at you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have
Um,
Kith. I have 2 hit points, and you don't have any spells.
Fitzroy, Telehay,
Yeah.
Thormir. You guys are not going to make it to this encounter until 2 turns.
All right.
What about me?
Vestra, you'll be there in the next turn.
Right?
So,
Even if I echo, even though I'm a rogue and I could use bonus actions to dash.
Ooh.
yeah, you rolled an 8.
Okay. Look, it was worth trying.
You're quite a bit away.
You rolled really bad. Like,
I'm
you
like
were
all
out
the
very
way
much.
on the
I'm
other
just
side of
hopping,
camp.
trying to get my pants on.
Yes.
Stuck and flying around in my tent.
I'm never gonna get this journal for the next day.
It is now the spooky Shadow's turn. Well, Dimitri, the one that you had just encountered emerges from the tent and floats out toward you. And it's not moving very fast, but it seems to move just fast enough to catch you as it's walking backward. And Kith, you see something weird.
Okay.
It's facing you as it's approaching Dimitri.
Wait, it's facing me?
Yes.
I've never seen their faces.
No, I'm sorry. The back of it is facing you.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense to what I've seen before.
Yeah. And then you see this strange image of the creature. Its body twists, and all of a sudden you see a black streak of energy slash across Dimitri.
Huh.
Slash across me.
Yes.
That'd
It's
be you.
attacking you.
Black slash. I've never seen them move or come after us. Ah, man, it's like the cactus. Never saw that attack before either.
Does a 15 hit you, Dimitri?
What team?
A 15.
Yes.
Okay. You take 5 points of necrotic damage, and I do need a Constitution saving throw.
Doesn't matter. I'm unconscious.
Okay. I still need that con save.
Oh, I thought con saves automatically failed if you fall unconscious.
Not for these. That's successful. Okay. Dimitri, he throws the mask to you, Kith, and he falls prone as he is slashed, and you watch as necrotic energy seems to sap from Dimitri's body.
Do I recognize it as necrotic?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It looks wrong, and it looks just...
Yeah.
it
Just
soaks
before
the
we had
light
never
from behind it.
registered them as undead, so just want to make sure that was
Hey,
clear.
Echo. Can
Yes.
I ask Kith to make a roll? An insight roll? Or would that be not allowed?
Why?
I just want to know if it's allowed.
It seems
Because I
meta.
have a thing.
You can't give
Dimitri's
players...
face. I have an emotion on my face, but I don't know if Kith would notice it or not. Because, she's like 40 feet away.
Well, why
Yeah,
don't
there's
you
a chance of
say
that.
what you're doing, and then I'll decide if I want to try and see it?
You can just say Dimitri's face looks like this.
Yeah.
The emotion on Dimitri's face is one of acceptance. Most he knows he's not going to make it out of this,
Okay.
and yeah,
Okay. This creature, the one nearest you, Kith,
Mm-hmm.
it's really weird to see it change focus because it just starts moving towards you. It doesn't turn at all. But it does close the distance, and now it's going to swing at you.
Okay. 17.
Is your AC?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't hit. I rolled a 16 to hit.
Real quick question: are we like sleeping in armor? Is that how we do this with this? Just because I haven't done like a wake up combat.
Oh,
with
that's
you
a
guys?
good point. Do I have my armor on?
Well,
Did I take my
Okay.
armor on my potty break?
give me a percentile, and it's going to be a low chance of you having your armor on.
100?
I'll say 25% chance you have your armor on. So roll a 75 or better, and you're armored.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, it hit me.
All right. I need a con save, please.
Save from me. 19.
Yeah, you save.
Thanks,
You take 5
Kellenvor.
points in necrotic damage.
Ouch. Good thing I took that short rest.
This creature is going to float over to Dimitri. And he's going to swing. Dimitri, what's your AC without armor? What's your dex bonus?
1.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That's an 11 to hit. So, you take 2 death saves. It is now the final weird, creepy guy's turn.
What's my death saving throw modifier thing?
Roll-
You don't have one.
You don't.
Oh.
It's just 2 death saves.
You've taken 2 failed death saves. Well,
That's what
that's a
happens when
success,
you-
but that'll happen on your turn. Blow your roll. You're going to roll death saves when it's your turn. It's not your turn yet.
Sorry.
Okay. This one is going to float towards you, Kith. And it moves much faster than you thought it would. And it's in
Oh.
front of you,
Hi. DC 12.
as it seems to disappear for a second and then reappear in your face. And it swings at you.
Kith is having a day.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, good. I'm small.
Good day.
That happens
This
to them a
is
lot.
now your turn.
All right. Well, I know what I'm doing. Turn undead. Oh yeah. I make okay. Each undead that can see or hear you. Oh, here we'll do that. Must make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 15. Is
Do you
the
move
target?
before doing this?
I can't move after.
You can.
Oh, okay. It doesn't follow me.
No.
All right. The plan then, yeah, was to move to him first, or at least between us. I didn't
Okay.
know if they would get free shots, so I figured I'd just do it and then run. But that's, yeah. I will definitely get to him first. Where's the thing? So, oh geez, the grid's that tiny.
No, that's not to scale.
All right, 80 is what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna go
That's-
to here. If you
That's
could move me.
you're not that far from him.
Okay, I just want to be
This
within
isn't to
30 feet
scale.
of him. There, give or take, and then I'll do it.
The one on the right is going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
That's fine.
I rolled a natural 17, so that
Okay.
hits. I do need a con save from you. That's successful once more. Take 5 points of damage.
Okay. So I will turn undead. So that buys us a minute. If they fail. Oh boy. Okay. And I can only do that once, right? One divinity. Yeah. Okay. For short rest. All right. And then can I also do Eyes of the Grave, or is that a separate? That's an action. Turns an action. Okay. Never mind. I can't. Could I have moved and channeled? A full move and channel?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So you're doing turn undead right there. Okay.
Right.
What is the save?
Oh, I just 15.
Okay. I'll do the one on Dimitri first. That's a natural 3. For the other one on Dimitri. It's a natural 4.
Could I have gotten to the one to his side to reach him this turn?
Yes. That would have been your full move. Right
Could
there.
I still have channeled?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That one, natural 15, that one saves. And a natural 9. So, 1 successful, 3 failed.
Okay, so they have to spend their turn moving as far away from me as they can if they're undead,
Okay.
and it can't willingly come within 30 feet of me.
All right.
The
Vestra.
last one hangs, I guess.
Vestra, roll me initiative.
All right.
And I would have yelled out something about we're being under attack by undead. If I'm confident they're undead.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. Kith, I believe you can do your stabilize as a bonus action. As
Because
a grave
she's
cleric.
a grave cleric.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. I can. Thank you.
Unreal.
Spare the dying.
The save.
Yes, you're right. Let me double check it. Eyes of the Grave, unarmed. Actions,
There's a few
ritual.
things grave clerics are really good at.
Making sure their friends don't die.
Yes, yes. I'm just finding it on my list. Spare the dying, a bonus action. Yeah, I will definitely do that. I will stabilize him.
Then your bonus action to stabilize Dimitri.
Yay!
Yes. I thought I would have to do it next turn, or I would have said it.
Which, Dimitri, if you don't know, the equivalent is you have successfully done all of your death saving throws. You're not awake, you're just freaking knocked out.
You're not actively dying.
Yeah.
Which you were doing with gusto a minute ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were.
I'm intervening to save
Dimitri,
you
it's
from
now your
meeting
turn.
Celeborn.
You are stabilized. You don't got to do nothing. It is now the spookies.
Cookies.
This one,
Run away, spookies!
they are going to. This one seems to
GTFO.
vanish from sight completely as it blinks away. This one also seems to vanish from sight, but you see it reappear a good distance away by the trees.
Well, the one that made the save.
is this one.
All right.
The extra spooky
That's
one.
lucky.
Yeah.
And I guess
That's
I'm like
the one-
holding up my holy symbol, all waving it about.
Go away!
The power
This
of
one.
Kelmore compels you.
This
That's
one blinks
right.
away.
Doing some K power here.
This one is not afraid of you, Kith, and is going to attack you.
Ballsy.
That's
it
its
appears
magic-y
next to you.
blinky thing. Okay.
Blinks up
On
to you.
save. I'll just roll
Well,
it
I have
now.
to hit first.
Well, there it is.
Well, you're not wearing armor, so yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Con save is successful. You take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Jerk. I have no magics. Ah!
Okay. That is it for their turn. Vestra, you have made it to the battle as you
Yay.
come running in from the south.
Do I see the freaking spooky ghost?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna freaking charge it then. Because I would see Dimitri on the floor, freaking Kithmia being attacked. I mean, spooky ghost. It's obvious what who the bad guy here is in this scene. So
Yeah, you can run up and make your attack. I gotta give you a turn because this roll 20 is once more pissing me off.
Ooh,
All right, Vestra, what are you gonna do? You run
I'm
up
doing next round.
to this spooky thing. It is facing away from you directly. You think Kith should be able to see its face, but
you know what? I'm going to punch it to start off.
Punch it
So that
hard.
would be like unarmed attack, you know.
okay.
Tavern Brawler Strike, which actually does a lot of damage, honestly.
Seven Brawler is fun.
Okay. You do feel your fist connect. But it's mushy.
Mushy.
You see it's the weird shadowy gray swallow your hand slightly as you strike this entity. And while you do feel it connect and some kinetic energy is transferred, it doesn't feel like it was as powerful as it should have been.
And then as a... Hold up. I'm going to hit it again with Tavern Brawler Strike, because I'm able to.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Once more, same feeling. Your blows do connect, but they don't feel very potent.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to grapple it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me hang on.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, give me an athletics check against this thing's. Okay.
Oof.
When you say like spongy shadow, I'm getting very Howl's Moving Castle.
Yes, it
vibes.
is like that kind of.
Mm.
Cool.
They look
Okay.
like slippery, shadowy things. I
Um,
think I described them as oily.
I rolled a 12 minus 3. So you successfully grapple the gray being, which is really strange because you have it up close in your arms. It can't really move, but it's still facing away from you, like directly away from your line of vision, which is now down because you're above it.
This is very weird.
Kith, it's now your turn. You see Vestra has got a firm grab on this entity, and that entity is still facing directly away from you. Like, it looks like it's staring directly into Vestra's face.
Yeah, and I've seen this effect before.
Yeah, it's weird. It's unnerving.
My turn.
Your turn.
Do I see Wander coming at all?
Oh, I forgot about Wander. Let me roll a D100 for Wander. Oh, yeah. She's right behind Vestra.
I'm gonna call to her. You should send a message to Treat immediately that these gray men are attacking us, because we've mentioned it to Treat before. I know I have. And then I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance. I can still channel while I do that, right?
Yep, you can.
All right. So that's radial. Did it do? Was that 2d6? Wow, that was brutally bad. Okay.
It's everything within, I think, 5 feet of you.
Yeah, it's
Everything
I
hostile within 5 feet of you.
utter a divine word, burning radiance erupts from around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range, 5 feet, must succeed on a con saving throw or take 2d6 for me. Con
Okay,
15.
I rolled a 12. That's not going to do it.
So it takes 6 radiant damage. Eee.
It
But yeah, she
disappears.
would have yelled it with some insistence that we should tell the Mary Guard immediately what's going on, because she's still wondering if this is somehow linked. And Vestra disappeared. Whoa, weird.
No.
Oh, she's back.
The creature disappeared.
And it's
She's losing
funny
it.
because when you see my journal notes,
Okay. Yeah, the creature disappeared. And you don't see the other two anymore, Kith.
oh, all right.
Vestra, you don't see any of the entities anymore. You just struck it and grabbed it.
Sorry.
And then Kith cast a spell. You're not sure what the spell was, but the one you were grabbing is suddenly gone.
Powerful
Okay.
spell.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna cast that Eyes of the Grave thing and get like a good long look around to see if I see anything.
Roll investigation.
Hmm. Seven. So
You see
tired.
no traces of undead.
It's like I just want to go to bed. Okay, I'll make sure everybody knows what happened.
You heal Dimitri.
I don't have any.
Oh.
I've been out of
I do.
spells this whole session.
So at this point, Wander, Fitz, Telehay, Thormir, all of you would arrive on the scene, and you'd see Kith looking around. You'd see Dimitri prone on the ground, and you'd see Vestra looking, itching for a fight. And now you also see a few of the other soldiers from their tents, like, walking up to see what the hell happened.
Oh, gods, what happened?
Those things. They've
You
never
know the
attacked
joke.
us before. We've just seen them before.
What?
Did
You know
Wander
the-
send the message to the Merryguard? Sorry, Huey.
It's alright. I mean, it was going to be a small thing. Like, you know the joke I made about shadow people? I think I was right.
You aren't kidding. And I'll take a knee next to Dimitri and get out my like cure wounds salve or syringe or potion or whatever I'm using in the, whatever like little technique I'm using and give him a little cure wounds shot.
Okay. Dimitri, you awaken with 13 hit points.
Nice.
I've seen them before. We saw them back on the day of the festival. Back in town name. Insert here.
Aram.
Thank you.
Where are they?
But I always saw them just looking away. They never moved. I couldn't detect them. And then we
Why
saw
now?
them before. And
Yes,
some
roll me a
people.
history check.
Who?
Tiffany, roll me a history check.
And then we saw them again at Sunken Forge. Some of the others saw them, and then we saw them on the boat. And I talked to.
Tiffany, these didn't look the same.
Oh, they didn't.
They looked. The ones that you saw before were very clear images. These that you just had to deal with were shaky and vibrating. They were hard to focus on.
So every
They didn't
other
look the
time they
same.
looked like the oily, clear, non-moving figures.
Yes.
But this time they looked like fritzy and shaky.
Yes.
Fitz, what'd you do?
Okay.
I would say, well, is there any way that using this context of like them telling me that they're shadow people, finding out what they look like before, hearing about these different events, does that jog anything enough for me to make a second Arcana check?
Sure, roll another Arcana.
Oh my
A
god.
natural 19 plus 11. 30. Yes. You think, perhaps, these
Jimmy Neutron?
entities...
Brain blast?
Yeah. You think perhaps these entities are, especially considering the unstable nature of the ones that were just described to you, these strike you as planar problems.
Planar problems, as in like
Yeah.
interdimensional beings, like that are between the Shadowfell and the common plane.
Maybe in a way, it could be. It's hard to nail down. You've never heard of this specific thing before. I believe Kith mentions the name Shadowkin at some point.
Yeah, she would have. I haven't had a chance to skim my notes, so.
Okay. When she mentions the name Shadowkin, Fitzroy, you have heard that word before with that Arcana check, as obscure as it is.
Isn't that the name we got from the boat? From the people on the boat? Or was it from...
You got that from Gnosis.
Oh, right. Gnosis.
Shadowkin are weird in that they do not exist in any plane normally. They are entities of the ethereal plane. Now, for them to manifest the way they have, Fitzroy, that's weird. Because for something to be shunted out of the ethereal plane into the prime material, there would have to be a lot of them.
That's terrifying.
Yes. Yeah, I'll kind of like maybe Fitzroy visibly pales in his bathrobe and flip flops, and kind of runs his hand through his hair and says, "They look like creatures of the ethereal plane, but it just can't be possible. I mean, unless you guys have seen these repeatedly over and over again, maybe
I've seen them a few times.
We've got to. No, it must
And
be.
we all started seeing them. And I thought maybe
Saw them
you saw them
while we were
tonight.
in-
What? Go ahead.
I saw one in
we
the
just-
tent.
What's I'm saying? You just saw one. So what's the connection? Is it the Merryguard? I asked Gnosis, a wizard, about it, and he had mentioned Shadowkin or an illusion. Before, it always seemed an illusion, but this time they were undead. I turned them.
Did anyone ever see them together before tonight? Any two people at the same time?
Yeah, we all saw them
We all
in
saw
the
them
astral
in the
plane.
astral plane.
Yeah.
So it's got to be their own
Dimitri
beings.
just kind of
It's got to be what?
Well, they've got to be.
groans and. Sorry, Fitz. Go ahead.
No, man. I was gonna say, like, if it was one person at a time, maybe I could see it was like, it's an illusion, or they're coming after a certain person, or
They weren't ever moving before. They never looked shaky like that before.
the only thing I could think of that would result in something like this would be if there was such an intense push. Yeah, these are immaterial beings that kind of float. They're ephemeral, they're ethereal, they don't have a position, but if there were so many that the overflow shunted them onto the plane, I don't know. We need to get back. I need a study, and I think perhaps there's someone at the academy.
Nobody at the academy knew about it. I asked.
Well, they didn't know a name. Perhaps.
Oh, that's
now that we have
true.
a designation for them. Tabernacle might have an idea.
Would I have anybody in my background who's got a particular penchant for planar stuff that I could think of?
Yeah, at the Institute, there might be somebody. One of the old instructors that trained you.
I guess I'll
Might
just
have a
leave it
clue.
at that. I'll trail off after saying I think we just need more.
Why would they be
information.
attacking us? Why are we seeing them at all? Dimitri, Kith doesn't have your mask. She never bought it or picked it up. She was a little busy. Sorry.
Oh, it's made of ceramic.
Sorry. I don't know why you chucked it to
I mean,
her.
Because he didn't think he was
he
going
cares
to
about the
survive
mask.
this. Yeah, if there was anything that he wanted of him to survive, it was that mask.
She didn't know that?
I
I mean, I
mean-
guess I could roll to see if she caught it.
It's-
She was kind of distracted.
I mean,
Mending
it
spells
can be
exist.
mended. It can be mended.
Oh,
But
all right.
I just need to find all the pieces.
Give me a percentage.
Me?
Yeah. 41. It is broken in 3 pieces. It didn't shatter. It just kind of cracked down the middle, and then a triangular slice fell out of the forehead.
That's character.
No,
It's seen some light.
no, he's. Do any of you know mending, by the way?
I do. I can fix that for
Was
you.
that?
That's
Thank you.
Okay. So you're going to mend up his mask.
yeah. I'll probably stick it in the pocket of my bathrobe and plan to do it in the morning after I've gone from bed wriggled to well slept.
Yeah, that's a good call. It looks like a simple fix.
You got
Did
it?
any of the other soldiers around us see the shadow things?
They did not make it to the encounter until you had cast Word of Radiance.
Okay.
Pretty much no.
They're like, huh? What happened?
What I don't understand is why we keep seeing them. Why us? What is our connection?
We're special.
We do have access to an older Marigard adventurer who's not that far from here who we could talk to, see if maybe he'd ever had any previous experience with this in his own life.
But his memory was.
Yes, but
We
you've
did.
got to remember that he doesn't remember much, anything at all.
We
Doubtful
may
he knows.
need to ask him later on.
Yeah.
All right, as long as Wander sent the warning to the academy, Kith would make
did.
sure of that. And I guess maybe somebody just keep a watch out tonight, just in case.
I can handle that. I'll have
Oh,
Kama
yeah.
do I'll cast alarm in my tent, and then I'll have Kama do a 100-foot perimeter just surveillance
Or we
around me
get-
so he can
well-
alert me.
I wonder if Motri can see them.
Who is the most hurt? in our party currently?
Probably Dimitri.
Well, he's at
You're right.
13. I'm at 14.
Oh,
Actually, I would
I'm
say
at
Kith
19.
Is probably. Oh no, Kith is fine.
I'm back up to
Wow.
full.
If you consider
Okay.
19 fine,
Yeah,
Well,
I'm fine.
I would want you both in a tent, and I shall stand guard, as I am both the strongest one here currently, and
Okay.
the only one who can see very well in the dark.
I'm not going to be able to drive them away as easily next time.
by the way,
Hey.
Kith, how much damage did I take in the previous fight?
How much damage does what take?
Did I
Take.
take?
Oh, it was on your token on the battle mat.
I think it was like 40 some, right?
I don't know. We'd have to see if Echo could swap us over to that map.
If need be, I'll roll up some hit dice.
Because
to
I
see
saved it
where I
right on the
would've been.
token in D20 or roll 20. Echo,
Huh? What? Sorry, not paying attention.
can you swap us over to the fight map from before where I saved his stats on the
keep.
token? Real quick.
Yeah.
Not that one. The one from
Thormir's
last week.
last week.
In the keep.
I'm
Alright.
just trying to figure out how hurt he is.
You are
Yeah.
at, where are you? You
He's all the
are
way down the
at
top of the
47 out of whatever.
72, I think.
Out of 72, yeah. 47 out of 72.
map. Wow, that's just as healthy as I am.
I'm a dwarf, dude. That's what we do.
I'm happy to stay awake too.
Alright, I'm gonna roll up 2 hit dice.
Yeah.
Vestra, are you
Dimitri,
going to stay up all night?
I am. Well, what time is it now?
4 a.m.
It's 4 in the morning.
Kith is
I can stay.
collapsing into bed.
You do remember you do have a fight.
Alright, I'm at 56 hit points. I'm not looking too bad.
I guess shifts maybe in order.
Well, also, like,
I'll
a point
take
of
second
exhaustion
watch.
is bullshit no matter who has it.
Yeah.
The suns are going to come up like in 2 hours.
I'm just gonna go back to bed.
Yeah, there's no point in watches. I doubt the things are going to come back.
Would you want to risk that?
I'm personally not comfortable risking it, so if need be, I'll take watch.
The
I'll
thing
stick
was in
with
my tent before I even knew what was happening.
You were asleep?
But the only reason I'm not dead in my cot is because it made a noise.
We have more than ourselves to think of. The camp may be a risk. I'll stay awake.
Okay.
Fitz said they were
Dimitri's
like
going to be-
spilling out of the astral plane.
At this point, I'm not entirely sure I feel comfortable resting on my own knowledge.
If
Yeah,
if
I-
anything shows up, you come to me immediately.
Oh, don't worry. I think you'll hear me blowing stuff up long before I can make it to your tent.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think Dimitri's also going to stay awake. He's too scared to fall back asleep.
I'm going to go to the closest unoccupied tent to this one and try and sleep.
Okay. All right. As you guys kind of try and get yourselves settled in to recover after that harrowing experience, nothing else happens tonight.
Yay!
You're able to
Finally.
complete your rests.
To the 14th. Long
You,
rest for me. Can I change my spells in the morning?
Sure.
Like some
And
sort of undead.
Mr. Fitzroy, you do intend to bring the pair of heads back up to the keep fawning?
Yeah.
Okay. When you do, you approach the front, and you see there is only one automaton standing out in the front.
Do I recognize them?
They all look really similar. However, when it sees you approach, it taps something and the front gates of the keep open.
Well, am I like holding Motri in one hand and Mason in the other hand?
I assume so.
Then I nod to the automaton and I say, "Hail, friend, thank you."
Thank you for bringing them back.
Well, I certainly don't want to deal with them anymore. I make a show of pretending to drop Motri.
Oh, he's going to have smart words about that one later.
He could do with a little bit of a tune-up. He's been putting on weight.
You hear like, ha, 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 from on top of the wall. I don't know if you met that automaton before.
Don't think so.
That's okay.
You bring them in. You bring them into Pick's workshop, and you see Pick is in the process, and he has like all of the automatons lined up in the room. Their heads tilted down in dormant states as he goes to each one, and he's doing careful, very precise work inside their head cavities.
I definitely don't interrupt him while he's at work, but when I sense a natural stopping point, I'll say, "Morning, Pick."
Morning!
I love it. I missed him so much.
You seem to have gotten used to your legs quick enough.
Well, I imagine so. I made all of them.
Fair enough. I brought a few more, well, I won't say victims, but a few more
Oh,
repair
shit.
cases for you.
Set him on the slab. I'll get to him.
Certainly. You've met Motri and Mason before, and I raised each head in turn.
Yes. I put him in there.
Yeah, I suppose you did. Is there any way that I can help you? If not, would you mind if I just stayed and observed, took some notes of my own?
Pick is like looking at you kind of sidelong. Roll me persuasion.
Oh no.
Once more, you playing that dump stat of yours. The 5. Pick says, "You just be quiet."
I'll just nod. I'll like go to say something and then just shut my mouth and nod.
Okay.
Take out a notepad.
You watch as Pick systematically opens up the head pieces for each of the automatons. Going in, pulls the forge mind out, uses a very fine, like silver, almost like looks like a scribe almost, as he seems to void one of the runes on the forge mind. And then he finishes what he's doing, he closes it back up, he reconnects it, and then you watch as he opens the chest cavity and he casts some spell, it doesn't really matter which one, on the arcane core, and then that automaton power blinks into its optics, looks at Pick, looks at you, and then it says something along the lines of, "Oh, what the hell happened?" And Pick usually goes through the motions of, "Yeah, you are mind controlled. Sorry."
Cool. I would definitely be like, I probably would have been so amazed by this. Like, I know previously I had plans to make it back for Vester's fight, but I probably have been so just amazed by this that I lose track of time. And as long as Pick would let me stay, I would stay. I would also be periodically forgetting when I'm supposed to be quiet and asking him questions like, "So the conducting fluid really is more valuable than like a silver analog or something like that?" So something that shows that I've got some understanding of it, but just completely ignoring the social status quo.
A couple times Pick would just like glare over at you as he's concentrating, but then like a couple times he'd actually answer your questions, like, "Conductive fluid is good for rebuilding materials," things like that. He would explain all of his decisions, and it's hard to find fault with his arguments. He seems to have done a lot of trial and error, and it sounds like basically he says the results he came to are because the other thing didn't work.
1,000 ways how not to invent a light bulb, right?
Roll me a Arcana check, Fitzroy.
You got it.
19. That's a natural 8. Ain't so good, but you still pull a decent check out of it with that. I will say with a 19, you get a good understanding of the runes that are inscribed on the Forge Mind as you watch Pick differentiate each one, and through the few questions you manage to ask without him getting annoyed at you, like, you learn which ones are important. The transmutation rune seems to be the most important one. Then the necromantic rune is what ties the soul. The abjuration rune is what helps the body control the fluids, and then the conjuration rune is what binds it to the anchor.
Very cool.
It's complicated, but his explanations and just watching him just basically go to this enchantment room on each one and just completely void it out, completely destroying the magical power it had, destroying the modify memory, destroying the dominate person that was over each of these automatons. Yeah, you learn how the runes work with that Arcana check.
Awesome. That's awesome. I guess the only other thing that I think is when I was getting through that and he was describing the runes to me, if he mentioned the word soul, I would kind of pause, like pen on my paper, and be like, "You believe in the soul, Humphrey?"
There's something tied to this, isn't there?
Yeah. Suppose we've got the same line of logic. If it works, it must be real. If not, well, it still works.
Just because I can't see it doesn't mean the spell astral projection didn't do nothing.
Very true.
Do you know how hard it is to find Jandis?
Around here, it seems easy. I have no idea how you must have managed such a stockpile.
Banasite is the answer. Banasite.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
A lot of money.
What'd you do to make all that money before this?
Pick, doesn't answer as he's focused on the brain.
Fair enough. I'm writing Janacite in my thing and underscoring it.
Banasite. You know what
Banasite?
Banasite is. Banasite is a arcane medium that you can use as a spell component substitute for most other spell components.
Very cool. Very cool. No, I'm in love with the lore of it, for real. So
Very cool.
I'm glad. Back at the camp.
meanwhile, we're back at the Hall of Justice.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Back at the camp, Vestra, you've woken up. You're perhaps recovering from the excitement last night. You're not exhausted or anything like that. You're feeling good. And a soldier approaches you. You recognize this soldier. It's Sergeant Marlowe. Well, you might recognize him. I don't know how well you're paying attention. But Sergeant Marlowe would approach you and he would say, "So, you ready
Is she
to go
back
for
from
tonight?"
her AFK?
Oh, she's muted. I don't know. I didn't even
It
realize.
says BRB. Just
Shit.
to slow your roll there for a second.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, well. Beth, I imagine this is when you would find an opportunity to go pray.
Yes, I go pray in the woods.
Okay.
Woo! All right. Good talk.
Anyone suspicious would probably, I guess, follow? Okay, I don't care. Dimitri, you had a harrowing experience last night. What are you doing today?
Pounding Fitz as soon as he gets back about my mask.
Oh, fuck.
You said you were going to do it in the morning. Would you have remembered to?
It depends.
You have a
Okay,
good
so
wisdom
let's
score.
work through that sequence of events. I stayed. Oh, I probably would have remembered it while I was on watch.
Okay.
Yeah, since you were up for a while.
Something to
Makes
do with my
sense.
hands while I was on watch, for sure. So maybe I would have left it outside Dimitri's tent, or just inside the inside flap, so it wasn't just sitting out in the open.
All right. So Dimitri, your mask will be sitting there waiting for you, looking just as it was before you threw it.
Got like a lipstick stain on the one side now.
Smacked Kith in the face. I'm not making that. Can't.
On the
Yeah,
inside it says
I don't know how much lipstick you wear in the middle of the night.
I'm
when you're
sorry.
sleeping.
It was a tense situation. I don't think that she would have stopped to like catch a thing.
Oh, I
There
didn't
was-
mean that it like hit you. I meant like I kissed it when I finished it, but like
Oh.
boo boo, it's all better. Never mind. It was a horrible joke.
Okay. I was like, there was like 4 demony shadow things descending. I was just a little distracted at the time.
Fair
No,
enough.
it's just got a little IOU note on the inside of it. No, it's just his mask. I just fixed it and put it back in his tent.
Yeah.
Also,
Dimitri,
Kiwi's
so
back,
here's your mask.
and Thormir wants to
I've-
take a potty break.
Did
God damn it.
did
Let me just hold on. Let me just get through this conversation with Kiwi, and then we can take a bio break. Yes. What were you asking, Dimitri?
did I take a point of exhaustion for not sleeping?
I assume you went to sleep after. So
He
no.
said he
No,
didn't.
I said I wasn't sleeping. I was
Oh.
too scared.
Then no. Your hit points are still at 13. You can take a short rest if you like, but you are exhausted.
Where do I do that?
Okay.
On my sheet, because I stayed up for the whole night. Where do I do that on my sheet?
Exhaustion?
Oh,
Yeah.
You
It's under
to your-
conditions.
where
No.
where is conditions?
Yeah, I was gonna say where's conditions, but I found
Wait.
it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, right under hit points, you click conditions.
Thank you.
It's at the bottom. There's levels.
Oh,
Thank you.
So,
level 1
Kiwi,
exhaustion.
Vestra, a soldier approaches you. A soldier that you recognize, that you have recovered. You're perhaps resting before your fight tonight. And the soldier that approaches you, you recognize as Sergeant Marlowe. And
Ah.
Like the wine.
would- what?
Oh wait, no, it's Merlot. My bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a wine bottle walks up to you.
The fine wine.
Well, I was wondering how it was spelled for my notes.
God. Like Christopher Marlowe.
Oh, okay.
Not to be
Was
spelled
this
dead
the
ass
face
drawings, but
that
it's not
launched
to be
1,000 ships?
It's not important. Marlowe approaches you, Vestra, and says, "Are you ready for tonight, then?"
Very much.
Tezek said he's still interested. Don't want you to think he's been scared off by, well, you.
Many have.
Well, we're all appreciative that we no longer have to deal with these, robot assholes. That being said, he still wants to fight.
Of course.
I just want you to make sure that you knew that we weren't backing out of any arrangements.
Good. What better way to celebrate our victory than to fight?
Well, I can't think of one. Plenty of drink around the pit as well, so perhaps 8 o'clock, just past the woods. This is not sanctioned by Mr. Coolidge. Keep the word out of his ears, please.
This isn't my first time.
I should have guessed. Right then. We will see you tonight.
All right.
No weapons, as a reminder.
Wouldn't have bought them anyway.
Jesus, you're terrifying.
I punched in armor with my bare fist. What do you think? Of course, I don't need an weapon.
That's the truth.
Sergeant Marlowe kind of nods. Like, roll me an insight, Vestra.
All right. Did that roll? Oh
2.
my goodness.
This guy is as cool as a cucumber.
Are you having a rumble tonight?
Are they,
You got the
near me?
greasers and the socias? Like,
Wow.
Sergeant Marlowe leads you to your whatever you're doing. Preening? I don't know.
I'm actually eating right now.
Oh,
stay gold, Marlowe. Stay gold.
he gives you finger guns and walks away.
Nice.
He's a cool kid.
Boy.
Natural 1 insight. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know. All right. So now that that conversation is done, which is what I was hoping for, we can go ahead. Oops. We can go ahead and take a bio break.
Yay!
8 and 10.
So 10 minutes, then we'll be back.
All right.
All right.
BRB.
Herb.
So, Echo, are you still here?
I think you've been AFK.
Who all is still here?
I'm still here. I'm eating
Have
chips
I been
and
doing better with... Nice. Have I been doing better with the staying where I'm supposed to in conversation and stuff?
I think so. Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, I caught just the end of that. You're doing a lot better, for sure. Nice work.
Yeah,
Did you start taking notes?
because one step at a time.
Hey.
Realistically, I'm actually doing really well. Like, I feel like I have energy. If this is what normal people feel like, then what the fuck have I been doing? Like, I actually have energy to do things and
What
think
changed?
and focus.
You got sleep?
I got like 16 hours of sleep.
Sleep is incredibly important. I cannot
Yeah.
stress how important a good night's rest is consistently. I never
Yeah.
knew what sleep deprivation was until I had a kid. It's real.
Yeah.
Like, your function level goes way down. You can't keep focus. Your memory gets screwed up. You get cranky, tired. It's just your body needs to rest.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like I've been sleeping bad. I've been getting 6 or 7 or 8 hours of sleep a night. It's just that my body, I don't know why, physically requires like 10 or 12 hours of sleep.
How old
and
are you?
I normally can't do that. 19?
Yeah, you're still growing. Guys
But
still get
yeah,
growth spurts at like 18, 19, 20. You're still growing. That's like
Yeah.
normal. You need that sleep.
Yeah.
My kid
And,
sleeps 12
like-
hours a night because he's growing
I'm back.
Yeah.
like
I just-
clockwork.
It's like, I just feel amazing. Like, I feel like I'm king of the goddamn world. And I haven't
Good.
felt this way
I'm
in like
glad.
6 or 7 months.
Try to just get regular sleep. Get on a schedule. Don't knock schedules,
Yeah.
man. Routine is like great for your body.
But crap.
Unfortunately, I can't have a sleep schedule because my work has me working both morning, day, and evening shifts and graveyard shifts.
Ask them not to
So-
do that.
That's the
Tell
thing
'em-
is that I was hired on to be that person.
Oh,
you're
So if
hired
I
on to be
suddenly
swing
go,
shift.
oh,
Well, if you're swing shifting,
yeah.
yeah. But there's like psychological
Yeah.
studies showing how much a swing shift messes people up. Like there's legit concrete evidence out there, lots of it, about how swing shift can screw you up. Like
Yeah.
bad.
I'm
My sister used to swing shift and it was a nightmare. She finally was like, I can't do that anymore.
I've gotten lucky.
Yeah.
Both my jobs so far, or all 3 of my jobs so far, have been day shift.
I know lots of people that have gotten messed up on swing shifts. It's not good for
Yeah.
you.
mostly I work like anywhere from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. So there's like 8 hours where I could sleep.
And you
But
should.
there's also just the various days where I work 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or something like that.
Ask them to make it so that you can adjust your schedule for a week in between. Most people that do that, like the business will have them do like so many weeks on and then so many weeks on the other side. Like they'll give you time to adjust in between.
Yeah. My thing is
I mean,
that
you
I'm
could
a
just bring
guest-
it up and say, hey, like, could you give me like 3 days to like shift over before you switch that schedule around on me if possible?
Yeah.
I'd work better. You'd work better if you're not exhausted.
Oh yeah.
But it's also self-discipline. You gotta like go to bed. That's the hard part. I suck at that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been up since yesterday.
I have not. I sleep every night. Like an old
Yeah.
person.
I wish.
Oh no.
Oh, so I have 18
Oh,
days
no.
until I close on the house.
Woo!
Nice.
Exciting.
I'm so
Gotta feel real in another week.
Vomit.
Uh-oh. Cat vomit. Oh, cats.
So close, yet so far.
Cats vomit way more than kids do. Just throwing that out there.
Sick, or were you just being what?
Feebleness is killing me, and I must confess, I want to flee. Want to flee. And when you see me, you lose your mind. Give me a sign. Between baby, now you're mine. Scanlan has infected my brain.
Damn Regal.
Yeah.
Regal, what does that have to do with the cat vomiting?
Nothing.
There's absolutely
But
nothing.
Thormir is singing Britney Spears songs because of Sam Regal.
Yes.
Okay, I don't get the connection.
And Creed. Because he's a bard in Critical Role. He would make a bunch of parodies.
Okay,
For
this is a
example,
critical role
instead
thing.
of
That's
hit
all you
me,
had to say.
baby-
Critical role thing.
Yeah, instead of it saying hit me baby one more time, it's Pit Fiend baby, now you're mine. Because he was
Gotcha.
trying to charm Monster.
Got it.
He did many songs like that.
Like the Christmas one I was singing earlier, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but it was Warrigal, Bridget Doom, Brimscythe, the Numbercell we killed in this room. But do you recall the most fucked up dragon of all? Thordak.
You just like have a set of Sam's Filk somewhere that you're listening to.
Oh no, it's just in my brain because I haven't forgotten them. Rewatched the first campaign like 8 times.
How do you have enough time to rewatch the first campaign?
While I'm welding, I'm listening to it.
Oh.
Podcasts.
Okay.
I watched it once so that I could see like their reactions and
Yeah.
what they're doing, and then I listened to it and I just remember like sit there and kind of play it in my head.
I haven't rewatched. I mean, I watched all of it, but I haven't rewatched any because each episode is 4 hours long.
Yeah, if not more.
But I don't.
Sometimes they
But I
would run
don't.
to 8.
Yeah, I don't. So
Wait. Freaking Ecker.
Hmm.
Have you watched Campaign 2?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm up on campaign too. It's just I don't. How do I put it? I don't watch too much of it for the fact of I'm still trying to like the new characters.
Aw.
Really? What
Yeah.
episode you at that you don't like them?
It's not that I don't like them. It's just they don't hold the feelings that like Grog, Scanlan, Vexalia, Vax'Ul'dan.
I actually kind of like the new cast better than the second.
Okay.
First. Like I like both. Don't get me wrong, but I really feel like they grew a lot as role players over the course of the first.
Oh, most definitely. I
go,
can't
and-
knock their skills. Like they are most definitely amazing. It's just I don't know. I haven't grown the attachment that I did for the group of miscreants that was Vox Machina.
What episode
Sam
are you
as
on now?
not has literally made me cry more than once.
I'm up to date.
You're up. Jesus.
I watch them every Monday that they come out on YouTube.
Yeah, I do too, but like, wow. Like,
don't know.
we're on episode like 100 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's
then
400
okay,
hours, and you're like, I don't
guess-
know about them yet.
I guess it's not exactly entirely correct because I really do like Ford and Caduceus Clay.
I love Caduceus!
Caduceus is my boy. That's why I wanted to play a furball with my bard.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be the most laid-back bard when not in combat.
I look forward to hearing how that goes. I'm very curious to see how this group of characters interacts. As people make them. Because I think it's going to be...
Do they
it's
record it
already gonna be
live?
interesting.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about our side
They
characters?
stream it every week.
So it's streamed live. There's no editing in between or anything?
So yeah, they stream live and then they put then the VOD goes up on YouTube every month.
So do they ever get into fights and stuff like spats at the table like other groups do?
That's-
Not
Rules
Not really.
lawyering and whatnot.
Not since Orion Akaba left.
Yeah, but that was out of game stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
just curious,
is
like, is there
Orion?
someone that's kind of like the DM's just like, hey, we're a show, like, keep it moving, or
Oh no.
They all
Th- th-
they work
they're all
really well
professionals.
together. They're a very good
Mm.
group.
okay.
Yeah.
And they're all actors, and they're all like really invested in each character's stories. So, like, occasionally Travis will get shit because he misses huge swaths of thing, and then later is like, "Wait, what?" When it comes
Yeah,
back.
he's like, wait, where were we at? It's
Oh,
like,
okay.
somebody others
So
in the
there's
party
normal
don't
stuff
know.
like if
They're
I get
human
distracted
beings.
and you have to be like, hey, we just said this, pay attention.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like-
No, I mean, there was a lot of shit, especially in the first campaign with poor Marisha trying to keep
oh
her
my
spells
lord.
straight,
Okay.
and
Just
the internet
curious.
was so mean to her. It's
Oh,
the
they're not all in a
internet.
room together. I thought they were at a table together.
No, they're all at a
they are.
table, but the internet is mean to them in the comment sections and on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Because-
nice.
Well,
I mean, it's the internet, right? But
Yeah, I mean, there have been times I'm just like, come on, Marisha, fucking figure it out.
Like she's done, like that time that she accidentally the time that she cast heat metal, thinking it was like the Pathfinder heat metal, and it was not, or the time
what's the difference?
so you can't cast a spell to imbue your companion's dagger with fire magic and let them stab with heat. Heat metal
Oh,
doesn't
it just
do
heats
that.
up the metal and
It
hurts
for
them.
every second that they hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't ever cast it on somebody
Okay,
in
so
your
she had a
party.
lot of confusion like I do, where she mixes up old systems with new systems. Okay,
or
well,
or
that's
there were
normal.
certain spells. Yeah. It was always very normal.
Like, how many versions of these games has come out? I mean, seriously.
Edgar, I freaking see you. Get out of there.
But
I've played second edition, third
First of all-
edition,
Don't yell at me.
3.5, Pathfinder. I've played Rifts. I've played freaking Rollmaster.
How
have
the
you
frick?
played Rifts or have you generated a character in Rifts?
Both.
I've heard that's wow.
No, Rollmaster is way worse than making a Rifts character. Nothing is worse than a Rollmaster character. It is brutal. It takes you
Edgar, I
4
thought-
hours.
I thought they got rid of the Howling Abyss. How in the world are you in it right now?
Aram,
What are you talking about?
He's playing League of Legends right now, and I see him.
I literally do it just to keep my mind.
Aram's
outside.
been there forever. Like,
No. There's this other game
Oh,
mode
you're
that.
thinking of 3v3 Howling Abyss. No, this is the 5v5.
yeah,
Okay.
no, this is
Okay.
Aram.
I'm sad that it's gone.
Yeah, Aram's been around in Howling Abyss forever.
Yeah. They named it the same thing, even though it's technically.
Yeah, okay. It is
Yeah.
very different, but
No, it's just Aram.
Just Irma.
But yeah, I've played a lot of systems, so, and my husband's played way more. He's better at keeping track
I
of the
noticed
rules
that
than me.
VTT has has a setup for 13th Age, and I was like, oh. But
Yeah, I joined their Discord because I already had questions and I got confused on some stuff. And she sent me to like a tutorial thing that I haven't taken the time to look at because I was getting too distracted.
Also, Kiwi, when you said Eager, get out of there, I see you. I literally like shrunk my head into my hoodie and I was like, shit, I'm in trouble. I went full turtle.
Oh, it's just Aram.
are you a turtle?
I am a turtle. Am I
What are
not
you-
turtly enough
who
for
are
the
you
turtle
playing?
club?
he's playing Annie.
Oh.
Exactly.
Why is my work phone going off? Leave me alone.
We need to do like a League of Legends game after session.
You
Listen,
know, if I
I
didn't work the next day, I so totally would.
play so much freaking League of Legends. It's not
But you
good.
never played.
What do you mean?
Pike. I'm about to get 100k.
Who's Pike?
Oh my goodness.
Fucking Mr. McPulls a lot.
He's evil.
He's a
I
douche.
love him. I love him. He's
Is
so
he new?
freaking cool.
No,
No, he's not. He's not really new. No, he's like a year or two old
Oh,
now.
wow. Yeah. Zillion's
Ram's
my
main.
main.
Pike.
Can you guess my main?
No. Are we ready?
Is it Bard?
Are we back?
Nautilus.
Oh.
I have never seen you
Oh.
play Nautilus.
You've
so-
actually you play League? I didn't know you played League.
Yeah, he plays. We used to
Played
play.
League with him before.
Holy crap!
Sometimes
How
my
come you guys
matches.
don't invite me to league? I'd come play.
Because
Wait a
okay,
second, hold on. We have
do we have a full
we have a
team?
mid, we have support.
I mean,
We
I
can
don't
do
like
this.
to do ranked because I'm rusty, but I'd play non-ranked.
No, I can't play ranked with you guys unless you're like.
No, that's
higher
what I'm saying.
level.
Don't play ranked with me, but I'll totally play.
Because you don't want us deranking you. I see how it is.
Okay, I'm
I'm
about to
usually
freaking reach
bottom lane.
silver. Like, don't mess.
I'd come
I
play.
reached diamond once, and I'm never gonna play rank again
Oh my goodness.
We need a league, obviously.
because it was such a slog, and I
It'll
hated my
be
life doing the
it'll
whole
be
thing.
group bonding. Outside
Well, guess
of,
what? It's harder to do ranked now. They made it even
Have
harder.
fun.
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
I mean,
getting
you could learn league. I'm just saying. Anybody
Nope.
can play. It's free.
Nope.
easy.
That's fine. I'm not going to twist your arm.
No, you're just gonna wake up one day in a dark room and nothing but a laptop and a league set up.
This
That's how I started playing.
allowed to play until you get platinum.
This is a dark mirror. All
Are
right.
we ready? Because I'm really into this session and I'd like to keep going.
Yeah.
I want to see if Dimitri's
Yeah,
here.
me too.
Oh, okay.
I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just been quiet.
Speaking of the devil, he shall appear.
All right. Yeah, we can keep going. Fitzroy,
Yeah,
you have a head in your pocket.
I do.
I'd like to know if you want to do anything with it.
In your pocket?
I have a
Monster?
brain in my pocket. I have a brain in my
It's
pocket.
sitting in my pocket.
He has Diliot's Forge Mind in his pocket.
I want to. I'll probably have been like periodically thumbing it or using it as like a worry device or like a.
Oh.
While I've been talking with Bowbreaker, while I've been thinking, or after the shades came through, my original thought was, if we have basically a super powerful mage who we've rendered less dangerous, I could bring him back and ask him questions about magic, and he could be our little
Bob the Skull.
answer in a box. But I haven't really figured out if I want to talk to Bowbreaker about it. I'm definitely thinking about the brain while I'm getting these answers from Bowbreaker about the runes.
Pinky in the brain.
Roll me an investigation as you look at the brain.
It's just like while I was on watch or whenever, I definitely wouldn't pull it out in front of Bowbreaker.
Just whenever you had the chance.
Sure.
Out of curiosity, a 15. There's
An
only
18 if you give me the take 10. Like if it's whenever I have the chance and it's just me taking a 10 on it. Yeah.
Sure, I'll give you the 18. I guess it doesn't make a difference. They both succeeded the DC.
Okay.
There is only one rune on this Forge Mind.
Oh.
Necromancer one?
No. It is an illusion rune.
I'm confused. What does that mean?
Wasn't real. Full simulation.
It's a.
Roll me
What?
Arcana.
No.
I'm still lost. What's happened?
He'll explain in
A
character.
16. That's terrible for you. A 16.
Well, I mean, if you want to give it the same take 10, it's a 20.
No, not the same. With that, I will say this rune looks like it's inscribed particularly for a powerful spell. You don't know which one.
Muscles on the brushstrokes or what? That's sorry, it was a horrible joke. So I know this going into talking with Bowbreaker.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to ask him some pointed questions about Magus. Like, for example, what was it like when Magus showed up?
Well, he always proved to be a good sorcerer. And he was very nice about
our situation, and he had lots of good ideas.
So he shared an understanding of this blend of technology and magic.
He picked it up real fast. Um,
What was his own physical trauma that led him to be transposed?
oh, he was cut in half.
Oh my.
What?
Yeah, he was cut in half.
How did that work? Like, what? The top half of him walked here or hopped here? How did that happen? Or did it happen while you were working on a project?
No, Gramps found him one day. He just had a fight with someone, it looked like. And they cleft him right in twain.
I'm just gonna see if he's lying. Just
Yeah, roll insight. The emotions and facial expressions of an automaton are still a little unique and they're hard to read, but you think he's being honest.
that's remarkable. So you turned him, and then he became what? Like your assistant?
Well, he was real good. He was a sorcerer, and so we tied a little bit of his blood to the actual enchantment so that he could continue to cast his spells. And he proved to be really, really good at the actual, the refining, which is the hard part.
As good as you?
Oh, I don't know about that, but he was pretty good.
Gonna hurt
Better
you
than
now that he's
Gramps,
gone?
I'll say that.
Is it gonna
Say
hurt
again?
you? Is it gonna hurt you now that he's gone? Will you be less effective?
No, for the last 30 years, I've been hanging by a chain in my own workshop. So, no, now that he's gone, I think I'm going to be a little better off.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Man, this is just remarkably intricate stuff. So what? I mean, you can do anything with these brains. You can have the dominate person on them. You can inscribe any magic into these spells, into these runes, and they perpetuate entirely.
Not for eternity or nothing like that. It's just you have to provide the core with power, and then the core will keep maintaining the soul's connection to the anchor. And then it's the soul that actually manipulates the magic.
So when we had, well, tap Mason on the head. Mason died, in air quotes, and his brain was severed from the core, and I reattached the core to his brain. He was brought back, and his soul is, to some extent, still attached. So does that mean that a forged brain, holds a soul present even when it's not powered?
There's no real science on that because I haven't really experimented with almost killing people. But from what I understand, because it's kind of a bastardized astral projection spell, the soul can stick around for as long as astral projection lasts, which is like, I think it's like a day.
Oh.
But it's not guaranteed and it's not safe. And it's, if for some reason that spell fails and that soul just floats away, you could turn it back on and there'd be nothing there.
Wow. And so every forged brain needs the same silver thread. You need the astral projection on every forged brain.
Yes, the silver is important. It's what binds this, not the soul, but the thoughts, the memories.
Wow. So they all must thought on that same pattern, and they all must have the transmutation rate. So you understood, who taught you how the intricacy of astral projection? How'd you learn that?
That is a long story.
Maybe for another time then.
I will just say it happened after a long, hard fall.
I get that joke.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Okay.
I'll I guess remain quiet, thinking about the whether or not to press him about the. I definitely think it probably wiser not to press him while in a room by myself with other automatons that he's made.
Okay.
But I will plan to try to breathe some life into Dilliot later if I can. So if I ever find the opportunity to grab an arcane battery, I would do so. I'd ask him first for sure, but
I mean, there's lots of them. Most of them are not powered, but there's a lot of them.
I'd ask
You
him
would
if I
learn.
could have
you
one
would
for
learn
my
from-
own. Oh,
Right.
sorry. Go ahead.
You would learn from Pick that Dilliot had begun trying to produce more and more automatons, and as such was ramping up production of the parts.
Mind if I grab an arcane battery or two for my own personal experiments? If nothing else, I'd like to put one on my wall. So to remember this, I'll buy. I mean, unless you're happy with me taking this bastard back, and I'll kind of tap Motri.
Give me a persuasion.
That up to Motri?
Woof.
Wow.
Well, if you want to use inspiration, you can, but that is as bad as it could be.
Motri's gonna bite you.
I don't think I have any inspiration left. Unless I got one for the last week.
You earned one for cranking on your dump stat so hard on a clutch moment.
Okay. I thought, I used that in the comment encounter to
That's
try to not be
correct.
confused.
That's correct. So yeah, you did use it. So no, you do not have an inspiration point.
No, I just
So
suck.
Pick will glance over at you and say, "Do you happen to have 1,200 gold?"
No, I don't have 1,200 gold. But, I did give you back your legs.
Oh,
And
Grant,
if you are trying to leave here at speed, I can't imagine you're planning on taking all these with you. I'd hate to see something so, ingenious be destroyed. And I'll try to, flattery will get you everywhere, right?
Pick turns and looks at you, and he says, "Didn't I tell you to be quiet?"
All right, there you go.
You can give me another persuasion at disadvantage for continuing on and flattering.
Just me and Pick in the room, or what?
It is just you and Pick, and Motri and Mason. At the moment, I think he's actually probably about to begin installing Motri into a full-sized automaton.
Yeah, I think I'll probably wait for. Are the arcane batteries scattered around?
No, they're all in he has several crates filled with parts, and there's a crate that's just dedicated to arcane cores.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll say at disadvantage, and I'm just really trying to appeal to the scientist in him. I don't want to see something like this be destroyed without it being researched.
5. Pick is gonna say, I saw you walking around with my pistol earlier, and I don't remember telling anybody they could walk out with that.
Oh, this? I'll happily unbuckle it and put it on the table.
Okay. Do you give him the handy dander back?
Sure. As a show of good faith, to make it clear that I'm not trying to do anything untoward with your work. I just happen to be an admirer.
I'm gonna roll an insight check for Pick. Are you telling the truth or are you lying?
I am not trying to do anything untoward with those batteries.
Yet.
Well, no, I mean, in my
Curiosity
eyes, in
killed
Fitz's
the
eyes, he's
scientist.
starting to think Beauprick may not have been that great, and that maybe Magus may have been a fabrication of Beauprick's.
Pick kind of looks you over, and then you see him walk over to one of the empty automaton bodies that he has transferred somebody over, and he pulls one of the older model's arcane cores out, and he sets it on the table next to the desk. And he says,
Good enough for me.
Happy to go back to shutting up, sir. And I'll pocket it.
You continue to watch him.
Yeah, I want to see Motri get his legs back.
Okay. Yeah, you watch that process. It's pretty similar to what you did yourself to remove Motri from his body. Except the other way. But Motri does receive an upgraded cylinder for his voice. And then when he's powered back up, Motri says, oh, I want to taste something.
Sorry.
I'll pass him my wineskin.
Motri looks over at you, and he says, you're paler than I thought you were.
You're a little taller than I thought you were.
Yeah, fuck you too. And he takes a drink from your wineskin. And as he hands it back, he's like, that is the best tasting mediocre wine I've ever had in my life.
Well, it's 2/3 piss, so you may need to broaden your taste.
Good enough for me.
Good to see you
And-
standing on your own 2 feet. Now I won't have to carry your dead weight around.
He actually laughs in person. And he says, well, I guess I was right that you are an asshole, but I appreciate the help.
Can't stand to see somebody put beside themselves quite the way that you were. I'm happy to see you put back to rights. I'm glad I've known you.
Well, I guess I wouldn't be here if you hadn't cut me out of my body.
Take a swig from the wineskin and then say, damn straight, and pass it back to him.
Hey, Pick. And Pick's like standing next to him. Pick just says, yeah, as he's like shoving all of his tools over to move on to the next automaton. And Motri says, you should give him the pistol too.
Oh.
And Pick just shrugs and slides it across the table to you.
I go with probably given Fitzroy's social ineptitude, even when trying to be cool, probably sputters on his like cool draught of wine after the damn straight, and then picks up the pistol. Thank you, and thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. That was the most graceful thing I've ever seen you do.
I got no response to that.
He smiles, which is weird seeing on a robot face, but it looks like a genuine smile as the clockwork jaw opens up into a toothy smile. And Pick says, yeah, this is real heartfelt. Will you move? As he's trying to get to the next automaton. And Motri's just, sorry.
Well, I guess I'll take that as my cue. I'll look to Motri and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, just do me a favor. Keep an eye on Mason for me. Perhaps I'll see you back at the camp when you guys come to speak with the regional commander. I have no idea what these war camps run on. Whatever his name is.
Pick looks over his shoulder and is like, oh, did you talk to them about that?
Yeah, they're interested. They certainly want to chat with you.
Okay, I'm going to finish all these repairs probably by tomorrow morning. So probably tomorrow around lunchtime, we'll be down there. Sound good?
Great to me. I'll let him know. I'll take my leave. Thank you for letting me watch and learn.
Mm-hmm. Hope you learned something.
Nope.
Indubitably. And then I'll leave.
Okay. Thormir, what are you up to?
That's a good question. The quartermaster, the one who did all the
Guthrie.
blacksmithing a lot. Yeah, Guthrie. I'm gonna make my way to him and see if there's maybe like a workload of shit to get, I don't know, fixed.
Short answer, yes.
I'm gonna give him a hand.
Okay. Yeah, he's willing to accept the help, absolutely. Gutri is basically the only person there
Knows how to
These-
forge.
that knows how to forge, and he is a halfling.
Oh.
So the workload is definitely over his head.
Oh, that was bad. That was horrible.
Oh, I love you, Echo.
I love me too.
Ouch.
You-
Yeah. I'll give him a hand.
Well, you know, it's good to love yourself.
It sure is.
Not too much.
It's very natural. You guys,
So many
Give him a blind.
jokes.
you guys see Thormir begin to blacksmith, hammering out dents, repairing bullet holes and arrow punctures, and strangely shaped dents from catapulted objects. As you guys have seen what the automatons were capable of, and you can understand why this armor is heavily damaged. Go ahead and give me a blacksmithing check.
Alrighty.
You spend all day doing this?
Yeah.
Do it with advantage.
20 and 18.
God damn.
That's pretty good.
And I imagine before he even steps in the forge, armor's gone. He's in pants, boots, and maybe a sleeveless shirt if that stays on.
Okay.
Ooh la la.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys see the hunk of Thormir.
A hunk of burning dwarf. He's just a hunk
Man,
of-
all
hunk
the
of
better
burning
reason to be out of the
dwarf.
camp.
Ooh.
This stream is
Just
going to just
kidding.
one hot mess from another.
It's deteriorating.
Mhm.
Yeah, you offer your services to Gutri, who's like, yes, gods, please.
Has anybody seen
and-
Zoolander?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
You know the scene where he goes back to work in the mine and he's swinging the pickaxe and like dramatically brushing his face?
Yes.
I got the black lung pops.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
Dimitri, to answer your question, no, his name was Tehran.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I just saw it now.
You're good.
I
I
guess we originally mispronounced it like 100 times.
Yes.
I thought his name was Mason.
No,
That
that's
is
a
the
different
other
head.
automaton.
That's the head.
Ah. But
Yeah.
I have thing if everyone's done.
We're just finishing up Thormir's because as he's blacksmithing out this armor, which is a lot of it is lower quality than you're used to, Thormir. The advantage of lower quality armor is it's much easier to repair. And you basically hammer through most of Gutri's workload in this one day.
Cool.
You get most of the weapons fixed back to proper shape. Armor gets patched up, holes refilled, dents hammered out and planished. It's complicated work, but you're skilled at it, and you hammer this all out quickly. And at the end of the day, Gutri turns to you and says, "Well, that's another thing we're going to be sending for the Marigard. You can imagine you can expect quite the paycheck when you return.
Oh, well, thank you.
We appreciate it."
Money for Thormir.
I mean, I'm a blacksmith by trade and by birth, so merely nothing.
Didn't seem like nothing.
You're being a badass.
Dimitri, what did you have?
Yes. I was gonna go see Tehran.
Okay, so I imagine you traveled with Fitzroy up to the keep as Fitzroy was delivering Mason and Motri and having that conversation. You can probably find Tehran. He's one of the ones who'd be upgraded early because he was one of the ones who was mind controlled. So he would probably emerge from Pick's workshop looking in shiny new automaton skin.
I whistle and say, "Just the man I've been looking for."
Oh, great.
Yeah, sorry.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to see you'd be interested in coming back to Marigard, seeing if the area around there would trigger any memories back. As I understand it, as you were before, your memories had gotten very damaged. And I don't know if maybe the scenery, maybe smells, something would trigger anything to come back.
Roll persuasion.
Plus, I know Persh would like to see you, even if you don't remember him quite well.
Yeah, I hear you. Roll persuasion for me. 20.
Cards, man.
Aaron does. He looks at you for a long time. And he says,
As I understand it, you are still a contractor. Even if it's been a long time since that contract has been called.
I mean, they probably have some sort of AWOL policy I'm not familiar with. It's been a long time.
I
What
think
year
this
is
would be
it?
an extenuating. Out of character, what year is it?
69.
69.
Uh,
It's 69, but I think Marigar would give you an extenuating circumstance for this, because this wasn't really your fault.
I would like to return to the Merryguard. However, I don't think I can see myself as a contractor anymore. If I go back, it's purely to see Persh again.
Do you remember him?
Very vaguely.
Or is it...
I remember beads.
Yeah.
He still wears them.
Of course he
Many.
does. Well, that's... I remember beads. I remember being scared of someone that we saw every day. I remember a Goliath. I don't remember much, but if I go back, it's not to re-sign up as a contractor. I have my own promises to keep to pick.
Yeah, and I came here and I did not expect you to come back as a contractor, but
Yes,
what's
I'd
the
like to
what's
return.
the out of character? What's the Goliath's name? The one that helped us during the Shadow Shuffle incident.
That's Illarad.
Yeah, it's my teacher.
That is not the same Goliath as mentioned in the journal.
Oh,
Time passes and all.
yeah.
And Goliaths have a
Uh,
knack for getting themselves killed.
Yeah.
Note to self.
Yeah. Note to self: adult black dragon breath not good for a low-level paladin.
Oh man,
Ugh.
Black Dragon Breath.
Ah, Nilian Virkus. That's a blast from the past.
Have we
Yeah,
read Dragonlance?
literally
Sorry.
a
I have not.
I have.
Riverwind? Oof.
Oh, he was awesome.
Well, he was indeed us.
something.
There might be a little bit of
but-
Kender and Kith from time to time.
Ooh.
I've
I
spotted something there.
right.
I've never read Dragonlance, but I'm familiar with the Kinder.
Well, I can't
You
help
love
it.
them. They're great. They're great books.
They're really good books. The Margaret Weiss and Hickman books are great. Anyway.
Anyway. So yeah, Dimitri, you're talking to Tehran. Tehran would tell you,
Oh God.
I do have one question.
one condition.
One question.
Question. What is it?
The little one amongst you said you had my journal, my book.
Kithmia? The little half elf or halfling? Sorry, Kith.
Yeah, I don't know what her name is, but
Her name's Kithmia. She's our. What's the name?
Wow.
Chronicler.
She's our chronicler. She is what you used to do.
so does that mean? Okay. Well, if you found my book, you said Persh is Elise still there?
Not sure. Out of character. Would I know this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would know that
Is-
Elise
is-
is the warlock instructor.
Elise is actually an instructor now.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes,
What
I'd like to
are-
go back.
Are-
It's just a lot more intimidating now.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it's in his journal, so
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I think she will be delighted to see you. I give him a nudge.
You know, I think I look a little different now.
Yeah. You're still you, though.
Well, you're not wrong. But I was an Earth Genasi before this happened, and not anymore. So we'll find out, shall we? This is going to be interesting. I'm going to
Yeah.
finish assisting Pick for tonight, and then tomorrow I've got to talk to him about this. But tomorrow after the liaison, I
Yeah.
will come with you if that's all right.
That is more than okay, and
I don't have any compensation for travel.
you're
I have
you're
no money.
fine. I was already planning on paying for your ticket.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. I will see you tomorrow afternoon then, I guess.
Yeah.
I turn on my heel and start walking away.
Yeah, he awkwardly turns around and walks back inside. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, I also need to talk with Pick.
Oh, okay.
Perception.
You turn on your heel, and then you turn on your heel again.
I turn on my heel and then pause.
Just keep
going like,
turning. Just keep
Oh.
turning. Full 360.
Okay.
you know
As,
that
Well,
thing
look
when
at
you
that
forget
arena.
something and you like
Oh.
you fake like mime that you're like hitting yourself in the forehead and you turn back so that whoever's watching doesn't like. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. Carry on.
No, I just kind of freeze in place and then turn back around, just kind of ahead.
you would hear as the door shuts. You would hear from behind it, Tehran say,
What?
He
you
yelled
would hear him
fuck.
exclaim.
Oh fuck. Okay, sorry, I didn't quite get the word.
That's okay.
I just heard blah.
So, Dimitri, you would head back inside, and you would see Fitz having maybe not a conversation, but standing there watching as Pick is rebuilding automatons.
Probably still in my
Yeah.
bathroom.
Of course you are. Is it pink and fuzzy?
Yeah, I mean, we're going full Doctor Who at this point. Like, don't pretend it's anything else.
Okay. Little bunny slippers.
Absolutely.
Mostly cinched around the middle. Go ahead.
I just kind of walk up to him and place the silver threading on the counter and be like, and I'd say, I got it from the wizard bitch. And then I just walk away again. Over my shoulder, I call. I figured you'd use it more than I ever would.
You hear Pick say, thanks.
You get your match? Oh, I probably saw him wearing the mask, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm wearing a
he'd
mask.
have it on. You'd hear Pick say, he's a weird one. Okay. And he picks up the stranding and he says, oh, son of a bitch. As he realizes it's from Diliot. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do at the keep, Dimitri?
Nah, I'm actually heading back this time.
Tell a hi.
Hi.
What are you up to? How was your day?
You know, it's kind of a good question. We've kind of done our bit for King and Country, and now we're like
Loitering. Yeah.
just kind of kicking around. So, I think she might go to the keep, but just like see if she can help the other automatons out, the other Warforged or whatever we're calling them, Forge Mine folks.
Forge Mines.
Just help out with whatever's around and talk to them about their lives and just sort of see if she can get stories, basically, and
Okay.
just be helpful without being too underfoot.
Well, you're pretty dexterous. I don't think you'd be underfoot very much.
Well, I didn't mean, you know what I mean.
Roll me a charisma check.
All right.
To see how well you can weasel out stories from people. Apparently, really well. Shit. Okay.
Echo like shit now to make up stuff. You don't
No,
have
I
to tell
have
me anything.
stuff. I have to open my notes. Hang on.
Alright.
Hold on a
Damn
second.
inquisitive rogues.
There are
God.
40 copies of Bob and the Goblin.
I went to Bard College.
They're all goblins.
The bust Argonian maid.
The
Okay.
lusty Argonian maid,
Oh dear.
who could, I guess, also have been busted. I'm not sure.
I thought that's what the book was.
That's the
You-
sequel.
You would learn
Oh, sorry. Of course.
few things. You would learn one of the automatons is called Halloway, and he was a gnome before he was transferred.
Oh, that's
he was
a big change.
He was picked up by Gramps after there was an explosion with one of his own experiments from the nearby town.
Oh.
A bakery accident is how he described it.
Big accident.
The big one that you met yesterday, you talked to him a bit more. His name's Ogrip, and his complaint would just be that he got very old.
Yeah,
Um,
I hear that's a thing.
That happens.
Yeah. You would meet Astrid, who before her turn, she was a dwarf, who was saved from a fight with a giant by Gramps. Gramps actually found her losing brutally to a hill giant. You would then meet David, who is a human. He was transferred just before he basically passed out of his deathbed. And he was one of the more relaxed ones, as he was a whitesmith before he died.
A whitesmith?
Yeah. Worked with gold and silver.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty much all he did. He was just the town whitesmith in Krata. And as you go about talking to these people, you learn more and more of who they were, and that they are literally from all walks of life. Like, one of the ones that first stopped, the one that saw the door when you were first investigating, that was sleeping and you woke it up by failing the trap, was Bana, who was a half-orc and was a prostitute before was transferred.
Well, that's an interesting life.
Yeah, and you accidentally met that one, though she never saw you. So there's all of them seem to be pulled from all sorts of stories, but the one that follows you the most after you learn who they were is actually a pair of them, Alistair and Sycophants. Alistair was a Goliath who was near death at the hands of a dragon and was saved by Gramps. And Sycophants was a drow who was apparently a politician, and someone had poisoned them, and Gramps
Shocking.
literally pulled them out from death's door to be transferred.
Dark elf poisoning.
Have I touched a nerve?
No, it's just so commonplace. That's all. I just thought it was funny. Drow
Okay.
poisoning. That's like their
I
main
mean,
thing.
that's what happened to Moo a lot in the last campaign.
It's true. That did happen.
Was he a drow? She a drow?
No.
No, she was an Azamar.
Oh well, never mind.
There's no connection there. Don't worry. It's just her character was imprisoned by Drow.
Oh well, there you go. See, poisoning. That's their thing.
They do like to do that. So that's what you learn with that good charisma check. You learn a bunch of these different automatons and who they were before they were transferred.
Sure, great. That's basically what I do with that day, and I
Sure.
guess circle back afterwards to watch the fight.
Sure. Which is where we come
I
to.
did have another thing I wanted to do.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Kith, what would you like to do next?
Well, after my praying, I will come back to camp feeling a little better. And then I'm going to see if I can go for a flight with Charlie. If
Which
he'll
you
let
can.
me.
Go ahead and roll me animal handling.
Great, this is where I fail. Cranky Charlie. Yep.
6. He's grumpy. He. It's been raining pretty constantly for the whole day, so he's not in a good mood.
Okay. I
You
will
can
go.
try again with food.
Well, I think I'll just wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna go then for the rest of the day, hang out with the crate with the eggs in it, and work on my journal.
Okay.
I'll pat the eggs. I'll write in the journal. I'll pat the egg again. I'll write in the journal. You know.
It's
'em
interesting
company.
because as you're sitting next to the eggs, every so often, you hear just a little,
Oh,
just a tapping from inside.
Aw, I'll talk to them a little bit in Draconic
Okay.
and be like,
Well,
"Hey guys,
I do need a D100 roll.
this will be the day." Oh, okay, good.
It is not today.
So yeah, I'll just like chat with them, like any parent would talk to a,
Okay.
whatever.
You talk to the wyvern eggs.
Yeah, just casually as I'm writing and yeah. And I don't know what this fight's about, so I'm oblivious.
I think it's a fight to just have a fight.
No, I'm just saying Kit doesn't know, so
Oh, okay.
'cause I don't even
You
know.
would have probably heard around the camp this quiet muttering of Captain Tezek's gonna take the Drider.
Ugh.
Just
Honestly,
lots of
Kith isn't
quiet
sure she
conversation.
wants to be there for this.
So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
that's a different thing than doesn't know about it.
I
yeah.
think that she's still a little worried about the shadow things and stuff. But if somebody wanted her to be there to spot for injuries, that's different. But if nobody asks her, she'll just hang with the eggs and take a day off. That we're continue my day of reflection. Maybe see if Charlie wants to go for a flight later. That sort of thing. Or tomorrow. Whatever. That's it.
Okay. So, in that case, Vestra,
Yes.
it's time to head to your fight. And the mood image for this is going to be
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski!
Oh god.
So, just
Picturing Vesper with like a sweat towel around her shoulders, just humming their hockey theme song. Normir's like walking behind her with a clipboard.
of course.
The eye of the
Help me,
tiger,
Coach.
it's a thriller. Nothing from you to feel alright.
Just doing, in Rocky 3 when he's doing the lunges in the snow with the log. Vesper's doing that, but with like all 8 legs.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom.
Anyway,
Dun, dun, dun.
it doesn't. Okay. So
It's
just-
the eye of the Drider, it's the thriller.
There it is. That's it.
That
We're
was-
done.
To
Oh,
the
full immersion.
challenge of that asshole.
Oh god. Echo's gonna kill us.
I am.
Okay, I feel like now
Is he
that
gonna
it's,
kill
it's
us or are we
canon
gonna
that there's
kill
a
him?
song in this world called Eye of the Drider.
I can
It just
try
has to be done.
Dimitri knows this song.
it.
Okay.
You're conceiving of it today. That's the
Uh-huh.
legacy.
Would
of
it be
American
eyes
Heart
of the
Academy.
Drider? Do you have like lots of eyes like a spider?
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
just two. Drow,
I'm disappointed.
drow top half. But yeah, I'm disappointed. You kidding?
Yeah, I
Maybe
want to have
there's more under your
10,000
hair.
creepy eyes.
You pull your hair up and all the other eyes are under there. You never know.
Yeah, that would be the end of the fight for me. If I was about to fight somebody and they pulled their hair up and there were 6 more eyes, I'd be like, okay, that's it. All right.
Bye.
we're good.
That's enough
Bye
for
now.
today.
Oh God.
If I
He's
remember
got
correctly,
360-degree vision.
I'm pretty sure Nox's true form was exactly that. So,
Lord.
Who's Knox?
Our
Uh,
characters in last campaign.
yeah.
Oh, okay, right. I wonder if he knew Eye of the Drider.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, Vestra,
Yes.
you head into the forest in the direction that Sergeant Marlowe told you about. And it's not super deep into the woods or anything like that. It is definitely into some dense trees, however. Do you remember the name of your opponent?
You know,
It's okay if you don't. I'm just curious.
I had, but it just blinked.
I misspoke. It's actually he's a corporal.
Corporal.
Corporal Tezik.
Mm.
And as you move into the forest, you hear talking. A lot of conversation, and it seems like there's quite a crowd that is gathered here to witness the fight between Corporal Tezik and the mysterious Drider contractor.
In this corner.
You do see Sergeant Marlowe, who's seated up on like a stump over this clearing. It looks like there's a rounded area with logs around each side and a dirt ground that has been cleared away of all the leaves. And you see, seated on one of the logs is a human man. He looks maybe late 30s, early 40s. He is the spitting image of a career soldier. A scar splits his short hair on the right side, and his sideburns are graying with like stripes going along the sides of his head. He looks competent, the sort of soldier who's good at what he does because he's literally done everything. And this time, he apparently wants to have a one-on-one fight with a Drider. As he's seated there, you see he's kind of massaging his knuckles. He is not wearing any armor. He's wearing, well, that's not true. He's not wearing heavy armor. It looks like he's wearing studded leathers, but it's just a chest piece. Otherwise, just plain trousers and tall boots. Otherwise, he's barehanded. And he sees you approach, and he kind of nods. And he says, "Well, it's about time you showed up."
Were you getting worried?
A little bit. I'm afraid I just scared you off.
Do I look like someone who gets scared off?
No, but that really means the opposite. And before you can reply, Sergeant says, all right. Everyone, we've come here tonight to see a remarkable bout of pugilism between the strange and mysterious Drider. I don't know, are you all there? You all can be.
Oh yeah, I'm there. Most of
I'm there.
Kid
It
didn't
depends
go.
whether we made it back from talking to. Whether or not I made it back from talking with.
Yeah, you would have.
Depends on if Dimitri decides to tell everyone.
Oh, I heard
every-
about it. Somebody told me about it. I would. I'm keen. Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
eventually
we'll
taken off the
do that.
bathrobe.
I would have told Boromir.
Wait,
He's like my freaking
am I
fighter
the-
bro.
Yeah.
Am I the only one in the party that knows about this besides Vestra?
Well, now
I mean,
everyone's heard about
Everybody's heard about it from just like the. I mean, I assume Tella had heard about it from all the whispering and like shit happening around the camp
it. It wasn't
because she
quiet.
was being pretty social.
Okay.
Like, you see
I'm
Gutri
sorry.
is on one of the logs, and he's the quartermaster and second in command, and he's there, like, holding a mug of ale. So, it seems like everyone is here. It's just not official.
Ooh,
It seems like one of the onlys that are not is Kithmia, who is absent.
actually, I probably out of character, just between me and you, would have used this time to work on the brain and the battery back at camp in my workshop without knowing that people would be at the thing and I wouldn't be disturbed.
Oh.
So there's two of us that are.
Roll me an Arcana check with advantage, then, as you're working on that.
Sure.
You,
Now that you have
cause another screaming head to wake up.
Fitz.
I'm a little worried this one isn't.
Kith is just trying to relax for an evening.
Fitz, you do discover something interesting. As
We
you're
can do that after the
investigating
fight.
And messing with it. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'm just saying you do discover something interesting.
And
Maybe a little worrying.
as everyone gathers around, everyone's ready and a little hungry to see this fight kick off. Let me see if I have that right. Hold on. Oh dear. I've bamboozled myself. There we go. There we go. Vestra. You hear... What the heck? Ambience. Thank you. God. You hear Sergeant Marlowe say, "All right, now that we have ourselves a fight and everyone's here, and it is that time, anyone wanting to place some bets can approach one at a time." You see on our left we have, everyone knows him, Corporal Tezik. And then we have our Drider friend Vestra. Any bets? Come on. And as he's saying that, soldiers are approaching and making their own wagers. Do you guys want to place a bet?
I will.
100 on Vestra.
I'm gonna go lean over to Thormir and say, here's 100 on me.
Okay, 200 on Vestra.
Let me check how
Please.
much money I have, and then I will tell you how much I'm betting.
Okay.
I've forgotten. All right, 60 on
I-
Vestra.
We'll keep tabs.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, please keep track of everyone's bets.
I would be betting, but I promised him that I'd be buying his ticket, and that's expensive.
Fitz,
Now-
I sent you a picture on Discord.
You sent me a picture?
Marlowe says, there are no odds or favor in this fight. This is a split 50-50. Fighters, get ready.
I'm going to square my shoulders, like raise my fist so you can see me like flex a little bit as I'm doing so, and I'm going to rage.
Okay. Basically, as soon as you say rage, he says, fight. Roll me initiative.
Not bad.
Okay, 14. Hold on, I'm rolling for him. I rolled a natural 1. We are off to a good start. Okay, Vestra, you are raging and you're ready to go right off the bat. Corporal Tezik has basically stood up off the log. He's kind of rolled his shoulder and cracked his knuckles. And he's just looking, he's like looking at the crowd. He's not really paying attention yet. But Sergeant said fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna freaking stalk him. He
Okay.
doesn't. He needs to keep his wits about him against me.
Roll that attack.
First attack.
Yeah, that hits. Okay. Is that rage damage included here?
Oh, I did not do rage damage. Whoops.
You ding dong.
I forgot to click rage.
What's the rage bonus? Is it +2?
It is a +2.
Plus 2
Okay.
level, I think.
He takes 7 points of damage from the first blow. Do you have any other attacks on this turn?
Of course I do.
Okay. Let him rip.
Terrifying.
19 still hits. Another 7. You gotta hit that range, dog.
I did hit rage. I think. I guess it's just not giving me enough.
1d4 plus 4? That's...
You gotta do it on the there's a thingy on the R20, on the Beyond 20 thing. It should let you just toggle it.
There's a customize.
No, it's on the one that's over your sheet. Mine says rogue sneak attack, but when I'm on the barbarian, it says rage. It's going to be on the beyond 20 window where your barb is. Your character sheet.
Okay. So like I click on the portrait or whatever, or the name I should say.
The little you click on the little icon on your taskbar, the little beyond 20
Beyond
thing?
20, yeah.
and you do it from your D&D Beyond window over Vestra,
Oh,
and
rage,
you should
I
have
am.
yeah, there you go.
It says rage. You are raging. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's raging. So just add 2 to that, I guess. And then,
Okay.
then I'll start doing it properly next turn.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And then, you know what? I'm gonna try and see how quickly I can take him out, because I don't want to see how powerful he is. I'm going to grapple him if I can.
Okay. Athletics contest.
Yes.
Okay.
Why did that do advantage and disadvantage?
It's because you have advantage on athletics while you're raging.
Right. Thank you. It auto does it.
Well, that's fantastic. However, he is very strong. However, I rolled hold on. Wait a minute. Ah, dang it. I rolled a 12. Okay. You successfully grapple him as he tries to struggle free. So you guys watch as right off the bat, this guy's not really paying attention. Vestra runs up to him and just 2 blows straight to the gut and then grabs him, this 8-foot-tall Drider, and this human man who was looking a little confident, the wind is knocked out of him immediately, and he's just and grabbed. But is that your turn?
That is all I can do.
Okay. Now that you're in grapple, he's going to try and elbow you off of him. So he's going to throw a couple of close-range elbow strikes. That is pretty darn good. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
You know, I thought that was damage. I'm like, that's pretty good.
No, it's his elbows are not made of lasers.
Laser elbow.
Okay. You do take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the first elbow strike,
Reduce 3.
and then the next one. That is garbage. That's a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. So he's can't move, and he's up and close. He's struggling, trying to create some room for himself, and he just can't. It's your turn.
I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to attack him with my 2 tavern strikes.
Okay. Those don't hit.
Ah. Do I need to contest grapple again, or does he need to do it his turn?
He needs to do it. He needs to try and escape your grapple on his turn. Right now, you're just keeping it from moving. It's like a clinch.
Mm-hmm. That's all I can really do, honestly. I've done.
Okay. He's going to try and get himself. Well, no, he's not. He's just gonna fucking hit you. Yeah, that hits. That's a 20. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And the next swing, that's a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. Those 2 strikes. Let's find out how he does damage-wise. That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Halved.
Yep.
And 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So 9 total out of those 2. So half down to 4. Okay. And this, you guys are watching these 2 just close up in tight. He's basically just trying to create a little bit of distance, but Vestra's too strong, and he's just basically punching very short piston punches that don't seem to be having much of an impact at all. Vestra, it's now your turn.
You know what? I don't think keeping him here is going to do much. I'm going to try and pick him up, punch him a little, and then throw him off of me, you know?
Okay. Give me an athletics.
Do I do the punches first or the throw first?
The punch.
Okay, well then I just do the... Again. Punch, punch. Ooh, crit.
Yep, you crit him. Let's see here. 1d4 plus 4 plus 4. So 1d4 plus 8 is your crit. Oof. So you rolled a 3, so that's 11 points of damage on the crit. But
Oh,
the 14 does not hit.
Okay. So I basically just punch him in the freaking throat, and I'm gonna try and throw him now.
As you throw him. Go ahead and roll that athletics.
19.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled a natural 20. I don't get thrown.
Whoa!
So even though his throat is chopped and he's coughing, he feels you try to lift him up, and he just locks his legs into your front spider legs. Not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'll jump on you like a spider.
Oh my god.
No, it's his turn. Yeah, that's a 23 to hit.
I got it.
And then a 16 to hit.
16 is my AC.
Okay, 2 hits. All right. Oh god, 4 points of damage. I can't roll damage.
Wait,
7 points of damage.
Okay.
11 total, halved 5.
Quick practical question. Doesn't really matter, but I thought ties went to the defender.
No, if you meet the AC, it hits. If you meet the spell save, it's like if you meet the number to reach, it's successful.
Interesting.
That's how I've done it always.
Because
Yeah, no, I know it's been
DC
consistent
is
for you.
a
I just was
difficulty.
curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has just reached the difficulty to be able to even hurt me.
Yeah. So he basically, like this turn, you try to throw him. He plants his legs in between your front spider legs, and as you drop back down, he just uppercuts you twice. Just boom, boom. And they were fairly successful, though the first one was a bit of a limp wrist hit. So he's doing his best. It's very close, and he's looking a little rough. Not bloodied or anything, but he's not liking the beating. It's now your turn.
You don't want to go up? Then I'll make you go down. And I'm going to try and slam him into the floor twice.
Okay. Is this just a flavor on attack, or are you trying to actually pin him?
I mean, it was flavor, but...
Then just roll your attacks. Yeah, you slam his head into the ground. Twice. Okay. I will say he's prone, as you have slammed him twice into the ground successfully with 2 really good rolls, as those are both natural 19s. He is flat on his back for a moment, just and he's grabs onto your spider leg and starts standing up, and then he's going to try and do the same thing to you, try to knock you over with a blow to the head. Roll the natural 19, so yeah, that hits. And then the second attack is not nearly as good. That's a 10 to hit. So as he stands up, he like lifts his leg up in a kick and manages to front kick you in the chest for 8 points of damage.
It's a tall kick.
And then but then he loses his balance a little bit as he swings for the next blow on the recovery, and he just whiffs real bad. And now he's a little off balance. It's now your turn.
Alright, I'm going to... see if I can kick his legs out from under him.
You try to trip him?
Yeah, just like swipe with one of my legs.
Yeah, you have enough tools for that. Roll athletics. I rolled a natural 5. That ain't gonna do it. He's prone.
Okay, so
You
that-
he's flat on the ground.
Excuse me.
so now I would have advantage on my attacks, yeah?
You do have advantage on your attack, yes.
Okay. And I do shift click?
Yes.
Yes. That's the first attack.
14 does not hit.
And
21 does hit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You slam like the elbow of your front spider leg down onto his chest, and he just trying to like lift it off of himself. And he managed to slide it off his sternum before it cracks, but it hurts real bad.
God no.
He spits a mouthful of blood onto the ground next to him, and he's going to attempt an uppercut as he rises up.
Oh, wait.
I rolled a natural 1.
It ain't gonna do it.
I'm going to roll a d4 here. That natural 1 has cost him the rest of his turn as he almost falls over again.
Getting tired, are you?
Nope, just a little unsteady. He like tries to brace himself as he's running past you. Your
Let
turn.
me help you up. And I'm going to try and I think, does he look really beat?
There's a little bit of blood coming out of his mouth, but he doesn't look too bad.
Okay, so he's still got a lot. I'm gonna try and like pop 2 into his like lower back since he's running past me.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Roll me a d4.
E4. Ooh.
A 2. I have bad news. That's what I rolled.
Mm.
On your next turn, you will only have 1 attack.
Whoa.
But that 25 definitely hits. So you kidney punch him as he's like losing his balance past you, and he's just trying to whip around, holding his back. And then he sees you like lurch past him in the next swing, just getting a little bit too much gusto on that punch. And he will go ahead and stew a 16 to hit.
AC.
And a 12 to hit. So the 16 hits.
Mm-hmm.
You do take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 3.
Yep.
God Lord, you're a chunk of HP, aren't you? He, like, as he recovers, he manages to just... He sees you losing your balance to his left, and he just shifts, and he lifts his left leg up in a side kick, catching you into the side of your ribs. And as he kicks off you, he says, "Hey, made of metal, aren't you? All right, try something else." It's now your turn. Because I
Good-
forgot you can do this. Go.
Good idea. I'm going to punch him once in the chest, and then I'm going to bring both my hands up and try and like do a I don't know what it's called. It's like a gorilla attack, where you bring both your hands together and like try and slam him.
Are you trying to clap him?
Yeah, I guess not like that, but like you intertwine your fingers and you bring a like now one fist
Oh,
down.
a double-fisted Star Trek hit. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what that's called.
It's Captain Kirk Special. That's what it's called.
Oh, cool.
You know, one time Captain Kirk hit the guy with his butt, so I don't know that we should give us an example of anything.
It's true.
The fight
The-
choreography on that show was very
It was
odd.
hilarious. It was hilarious. So the first one hits soundly. You strike him with your fist, but as you clasp your fists together, he raises his arms in a reaction, and he increases his AC by 3, parrying your blow, stopping that damage. But he does take the 8.
Worth a try. I'm going to, because I hit him once, I'm going to see if I can grapple him by, like, he blocks it, but I'm going to see if I can, like, pin him down with a grapple.
Yep. Roll athletics.
Yeah, it would be just to see if I can even push him down hard enough.
You gotta beat a 12. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You have him grappled. He cannot
Okay.
move.
I didn't know if I rolled it already.
So it's now his turn, and he's once more grabbed, and he's just, oh, get off me! And he's going to make a couple of attacks. That's ass. Okay, that doesn't hit anything. That's an 11. He's gonna action surge.
Ooh.
Get a couple more attacks in. A 16 to hit. That's your AC.
Yeah.
Let me get that tasty roll. Nope. He gets one attack out of all three. That sucks. Okay. He hits you for 7 points of damage, halved to 3. And I accidentally leave the fuck.
Did you leave the roll 20?
Yeah, I did. I love this software. It's so good. He's going to use his bonus action to recover some health.
Second wind.
Second win.
This makes
Okay.
me want to play a Battle Master again so bad.
Okay. And now it's your turn. As he just, you guys watch as he gets grappled, he just unleashes a flurry of swings. Most of them going wide or blocked by Vestra, but one does catch Vestra right on the chin, and you hear as her teeth clap together.
Oh, that hurt from here.
Your turn, Vestra.
In response, I'm gonna try and freaking punch him straight in the face.
Just okay.
I cast punch.
Usually effective. Go for it.
Muscle wizards cast fist.
Yeah.
The 23 hits.
Alright. Yeah. That seems
That's
okay.
8 points of damage. Okay. Ouch, kabibbles. You just
What?
one
What was that?
right in his face. Hold on a second.
We're not going to talk about that, I guess? Okay, all right.
Don't question ouch kabibbles. Like, what is
I'll just
wrong
pack
with you?
that down deep.
You do what you got to do. You guys watch as Vestra just rears back and straight punches, just right in the nose, and the guy's just and now there's blood just running down his chest, straight out of his nose. Pretty sure that's broken. Anything else on your turn, Vestra?
I think that'll be it for now.
Okay. He's going to retaliate with a natural 1. But he doesn't make a fool of himself. That's the first attack is horribly bad. The second attack is an 11 to hit. So I suddenly can't roll. This guy, you punch him square in the nose, and he must be seeing stars because his next 2 blows are so far off. You don't even need to move to dodge them.
Okay.
He's just spitting out mouthfuls of blood from his broken nose. Now your turn.
I think someone needs to rest.
I mean, if you'd give me the minute, I'd appreciate it.
I'm not gonna go that easy on you, and I'm going to do two quick like bops at him.
Okay. As he's reacting and saying, I mean, I wouldn't want anything like that. You can throw your attacks. Oh boy, roll a d4.
Oh god.
He's like trying to exchange witty with
Oh,
the one,
God.
just missing.
you just miss. That's all that
I
happens.
guess it's okay.
Okay. The 16 hits, you do 6 points of damage. So, as he is like talking, like he's, well, I wouldn't want you to, as you punch him square in just right under the rib cage, and the wind is pushed out of his chest, and you hear a ragged as he's breathing through a mouthful of blood. And now he's going to swing back with another 11. And 15 doesn't hit.
Nope.
It's closer though. You had to actually block that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Well. He seems to be regaining his footing. The attacks are getting closer to landing, but still, you're just parrying them. Now your turn.
I'm gonna freaking knock him off his feet again.
You trying to knock him prone?
Yep.
Okay, athletics.
That roll? Yeah.
At natural 20. Let's see if I can nat 20. That's a no. You pin him easily. He's now prone.
2 attacks with advantage.
He does parry the 17.
Oh, wow.
He blocks the first strike and then takes the second one handily. 6. Okay. He, like, as you punch him right in the abdomen, you hear, and he spits a mouthful of blood right in your face. He's not looking good. You can't see, but you're pretty sure he's probably bright red right in the gut. And now it's his turn. As he stands up, he rises with a rising knee, and it just collects. He just connects right with your chest, and you do take. Why is it the dice roller taking so long? You do
Too many
take
people are
7
playing
points of
D&D.
bludgeoning damage.
Use the 3.
Yeah. And then the next attack. Come on. A 17 to hit. All right. And that's 5 points of damage. Okay. So he, like, stands up with a rising knee, and that connects with your chest. And as you feel the wind begin to push out of you, an elbow just connects with your jaw on the side of your head. Not the hardest hit, but you definitely feel it as your bells are rung slightly. It's now your turn.
Good one. But here's another. And I'm going to, he's up now, right? He's not prone?
He's not prone. No, he's
He's
stood
not
up.
prone. Okay. Well, screw it. Might as well bring him back down.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give him a chance.
I rolled a 6.
I'm so sorry.
He's prone. I can't roll for some good reason. Awesome. Go for it. Make your attacks. Yeah, those hit. 11 points of damage total. Okay, he's looking real bad. His face is swelled up. He's breathing not very well. It's now his turn. He once more is going to stand up and gets a natural 20.
Ooh. Yes.
Let's see what he does here. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As he's standing up, he like faints, keeling over, and then he opens up and slashes out with an uppercut that you guys just hear echo across the forest over, and you hear people only go, "Whoa!" Just this very loud knuckle connection to the teeth clapping together.
World
resounds.
Star.
Good hit. And then a 22 to hit.
Hits.
In the follow through after the uppercut, he just brings his elbow out in another lash and does 7 points of damage. No, 8 points of. Sorry. 3 and 5, 8 points of damage total from that round after having.
Yeah. Very good. And I'm going to like rearrange my jaw because he's been hitting that a lot.
Yeah.
Looks pretty bad, huh? Yeah, I'm just gonna I don't want to break him too bad. I'm gonna go two for the chest.
Okay. Roll those attacks. The first one misses. The second one he parries.
Mm,
Reduces increases his AC by 3, and just manages to block that blow slightly. And you can see that one was out of desperation. Like, he did not want that to land. It's his turn. Another net 1.
mm.
Damn.
Fucking A, man. Okay, he just misses again.
He's
Okay.
getting tired.
I guess so, or he's been tired the whole fight. And then another net 20.
Ooh.
But you can't hit anything with the top or the bottom of the die.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, well, I rolled a net 1, so that's... It's 9 points of damage.
No.
9.
9.
Reduced to 4.
So he misses terribly, lurching past you, but he uses his own moving momentum to whip around in a wide roundhouse kick, connecting right with your abdomen, right where it meets the spider body, and it hurts.
Yeah, I'm starting to look pretty hurt. Not super hurt, but you definitely see some scuff.
Okay. It's now your turn. He's looking like shit.
I suggest you tap out, my friend.
Fuck off.
Honestly, I'd say the same.
Then come here and finish it.
I'm going to charge towards him and basically try and lift him out of the air with just shoulder him,
Yep.
We'll do that.
Ah, that hits. 6 points of damage. Oh man, he's barely holding on. He's okay. Yeah.
I guess then I'll do my last attack, possibly. With just a punch to the gut. And see if it knocks the wind out of him. I don't have to freaking break any more bones.
Okay, go for it.
Nope.
Oh, he manages. As you raise your fist, he just moves his right arm and catches your fist and pushes it away. Just barely blocking it. And it's his turn. That's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
And that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then second attack. It's an 18 to hit. And 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
So he actually got 6 points total on you that round. Moving up in the world.
I am actually as low as that boss battle.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing some
So
work.
he catches your fist and he twists it, and with his other hand, his left hand comes up with a wide left hook connecting straight onto. He is aiming for your head again, but he's not seeing clearly at all. So it connects with your neck and shoulder, the clavicle right there. And then he brings it back, and this time he does hit you right in the side of the face.
That was a good
Hurry up.
shot.
Hurry up and finish me then, if you've got it in you.
I have plenty. And I'm going to basically try and reach for his shoulder and pop him in the gut real quick. Try and knock
Okay.
the wind out of him.
Yep, go for it. Roll that attack. Fuck. How do you want to do this?
So after he hits me, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder and then just quick jab into the stomach.
Okay, yeah. You guys, you hear the as the human socks the Drider in the side of the face twice, and then you hear and you see Vestra's hand just come out from underneath his torso, and he just slumps to the ground unconscious. And everyone's like, "Oh!" Very loud cheers and boos and surprised sounds, and you hear Sergeant Marlowe say, "All right, everyone, we have our champion, the newcomer Drider, Vestra. Everyone, no hard feelings. Tezek knew what he was getting into. Huh?
No stabbings in an alley this time. And everyone's
Time.
like heading over him to collect their winnings. There's actually a sizable group of people that have apparently bet on Vestra.
Well, look at her.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, favorite.
You do see as one of the soldiers comes out and starts performing medical assistance to the poor Corporal Tezek, who's unconscious on his back on the ground, blood running down his face and onto his armor.
I'm gonna go over to him. Is he conscious yet?
It just takes a second for the cure wounds, and then he opens his eyes.
I'm going to like lower myself and say it was a very good fight.
I would say likewise, but I hate losing.
I as well.
Oh. And he like spits a tooth along with a bunch of blood onto the ground next to him.
Hopefully, we will be able to fight together someday.
Maybe not too soon.
I'm gonna go back to my friends.
Okay. You guys see Vestra approach, looking bruised and bloodied, but not nearly as bad as the human prone on the ground behind her.
That was a hell of a pounding.
Yes, he would give Thormir a run for his money as a fighter.
I don't know how I should feel about that, but I'll take it as a compliment.
You should. You almost beat me.
He had 4 hit points for so long.
4 HP in a dream. 4 HP in a dream.
He had a dream. He had a dream.
Oh Lord,
Um,
no.
I just want to be the float and
So, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Narratively, now that we have a pause and Vestra has finished her brawl,
Please don't tell me that's what I think it is.
the arcane rune for illusion, you recognize after a lot of investigating, and maybe you check a book or two,
What's a book?
it ties to the spell Project Image.
Okay. Do I have enough scrap parts laying around to try to connect it to a battery? The
Okay.
battery I have.
Yeah, you can do that.
I am not going to yet, but I would like to. So when I came back into camp and saw everybody kind of filtering out for the fight, would I have noticed that Kith was not among them, or would I have seen her just kind of being?
I mean, your
sitting on
passive
the party
perception
base?
is fucking bananas, probably.
Can I go look for her?
Sure, you can go try to find Kith. Kith, are you hidden?
No,
Okay, you probably find Kith.
she's just hanging in her tent with the eggs in her journal, like she does.
I think we may have a problem.
A problem?
I'm
Kind of
not
problem.
sure.
Did something go
Majesty.
bad at the fight?
No, I didn't catch the fight, but I am almost entirely too confident that our lovely yet terrifying Drider friend is handling her problem. I'm starting to think maybe we have a problem at a grander scale. I don't think that Magisteliot was Magisteliot.
What?
Let me explain. And I'm going to give her the spark notes on how the brains work. Maybe
Uh-huh.
show her the forge brains.
Okay.
I could do that in character if you'd like me to. But I think we've all been hearing.
Well, does Kith have a good understanding of how they work?
What? No.
Perhaps you should do it in character. then.
I'm
Sure.
sorry. I kind of don't always pay the closest attention when I'm not there,
It's
so
okay.
that I don't
understand.
meta.
No worries.
Yeah, go ahead and explain. See.
The forge brains, the way that these automatons, these people have been bound to these metal bodies, is that spell astral projection is used to take their essence, their soul,
Bind it
perhaps,
to a thing.
combine it to a thing, precisely. And the brain, the forge brain, contains a
Uh-huh.
multitude of charms on it, which allows the persona to be as lifelike as possible.
Right. So it has all the senses, and that's how he was able to mind control.
Absolutely. And so the mind control was the result of a charm. Basically, it was a lot like Dominate Person that Dilliot had cast and engraved on these brains, so that they all
Right. I followed that part.
they all killed to his.
Right,
well,
which
to
is
his
why
will.
we had that's why Pick had to go like take the ruins off of all those and fix them.
Exactly. So here's the problem.
Okay.
All of the people who are turned into automatons, by that logic, they all need to have a rune basically relating towards astral projection. Because that's what's binding their soul. That's what's making them people, not just a sheath of armor that's enchanted to do different things.
Right.
I pull Magus' brain out of my pocket.
Why are you carrying a brain around? That's not right.
Well, this was Magus, and I didn't like the idea of him getting.
Is
into
it like a
someone else's
squishy brain
hands.
or is it like parts?
It's
Like a
parts.
wire
It,
and a
it
ball.
looks
Okay.
like it looks like a ball of silver yarn.
Okay. All right. That's why are you, okay, you're carrying Delia's brain, right?
Well, I don't. Here's the thing, and I show her the brain with like a magnifying glass.
Okay.
Look at the runes.
All right. What about them? What am I looking for? I look at them.
Well,
Am I rolling something?
Roll me Arcana.
It's like, what is going on here?
18. That's pretty
Uh-huh.
good.
Okay.
This is Diliot's brain?
Yeah.
You see illusion runes.
Illusion runes.
Uh,
Yes.
right. No rune for astral projection.
Did it just get rubbed off or something?
It's not quite like that. These aren't the. This brain is completely different. The only rune on this brain is something that would correspond to a spell like project image. You picking up what I'm putting down? I don't think Diliot was a person. I think he was a construction of Beauprick, Gramps,
What?
some ulterior motive.
Wait. Okay, so what you're saying is none of the other runes are here.
This brain couldn't have corresponded to a human being bound into an automaton the way that Beauprick described Diliot, or the way that Motru was, or Mason. or Beauprick
Okay,
himself.
okay, so it's possible that that Diliot wasn't actually an automaton. He was just somebody making the illusion of being one, controlling it from somewhere
It's
else.
possible there may not be a Diliot at all. It could be a
Wait.
villain that Beauprick projected and created to be a foeman.
What?
We do
One-
know I'm not there, but Galahad did tell you that there was a real Diliot who was somebody that we tangled with as the Merigard like 60 years ago.
Okay, did you tell?
That's literally what I was about to mention, was that
Yeah,
Tilla
yeah.
knew.
Like back when we were first investigating this, and we found
Oh,
Galahad did tell you guys that.
Mhm.
Whether you remember it or not, I don't know. But
I
there
Was
didn't
was-
that-
remember.
so that was when we arrived. Was that pre me arriving or post me arriving?
No,
it was
you
here when
you
we were
with us.
talking
It was
about
here.
stuff. She had made a roll. I remember now.
Okay,
Yes.
I might have missed that. As was that maybe the day you guys went to the pit and I couldn't play because of COVID?
I
stuff?
have no idea. It
Okay,
could have
okay, okay. Let's slow down for a second and think about this. All right. Take out your jumps to. Let's not jump to conclusions. Here's what we know. You're saying his brain is different. This automaton wasn't made the same as the rest. Who supposedly made him?
Beauprick. I asked Beauprick directly. He told me that Gramps found the body, which was cut in half, rescued him, and Beauprick restored him to life by bringing him and putting him in an automaton body. Same narrative as a lot of the other survival stories.
Okay. But is it possible that Diliot later altered things? Maybe he shifted himself into something else and somehow just controlled from a distance?
Oh man, I mean, you saw
I mean,
him in that fight.
here's why I asked.
He
Remember
was
when we first met him?
savvy.
He seemed pretty chill that we were attacking. He didn't seem that worried that he was going down.
It's
Remember?
true.
He was kind of meh about it all. which struck
kinda
me as a
like-
little weird. Yeah, he was yelling taunts at us, but he wasn't like, "Oh my god, I might lose this fight." You would think somebody who's got an extended existence that long would want to hold on to it tightly.
True.
I would
I'll
think.
kind of look off into the distance and be like, Boprick did say that he was, I mean, maybe not as good as Boprick himself, but certainly an able
What
peer when it
if?
came to constructing the forge mines.
I mean, how did he die? Cut in half?
Cut in half.
People don't live when they're cut in half. They're dead.
Right. Well, that was why he ended up being put in an automaton.
But they don't live long enough. Like, when you're cut in half, you die. There's no...
How long would it take you to cast astral projection?
I'm not a wizard. I don't know.
It certainly seems possible that you could rescue someone from the brink of death and put their brain. I mean, the situation you're describing, then, if Diliot died immediately when he was cut in half, wouldn't lead us to a condition where he could make a second duplicate.
What I'm saying is, if he's using illusion magic, maybe he was never actually dead there.
That's interesting. I hadn't considered that.
I don't know. I'm just saying there could be alternatives before we start questioning them. Not that I have any particular love of them. I mean, I don't know. But
I think we may want to go to Boprick.
I think we need to think about this carefully before we say anything.
I
Does
agree.
Boprick
That's why
know you
this
have
time,
that?
I didn't bring it up to him.
Okay.
I think, well, that's why I came to ask you this time before I powered him back up.
Thank you.
It was a
So
little
that last time was a little traumatic for everybody.
worked out in the end. But
I don't know a lot about magic. Like, I'm a cleric. I don't understand the arcane stuff very well. But it seems to me if this one's different and we know it was someone bad, it's very possible he became different after he immobilized Gramps and Boprick.
I certainly can see a chain of events where Magus, as he grew more and more aware of how building these automatons, these forge mines worked, would have built in a redundancy so he could control himself from a distance. I think that makes a lot of sense. Like a Lich's
is-
phylactery.
It is at
Right,
this
which is
moment
what
that
I
you
was
hear
thinking.
Everyone come back from the forest.
Would Kith know enough about liches and phylacteries and stuff and how that works?
Roll
I don't want to jump to conclusions here.
roll religion.
It's not much better.
Seems like right up Kellan War's alley as a perversion.
What you know about a lich is it costs lives to make one. Like a lot of them.
But I don't know about the phylactery stuff. Okay.
No, not really.
All
You
right,
just know
so
that it's
hang
really
on a
fucked
sec.
up.
Let me just grab my journal for a second. There was a note I made the other day, but I'm tired. It's been a long couple of days, but there was a thing I wanted to circle back and look into later. There's this thing they were doing with the dragons, where they're trying to bring people back to life. Or the dragons. What was it called? The Cult of Dragons.
Oh, I guess, man. I meant
Maybe
Lich and
he's
phylactery
trying
as
to
a metaphor.
perfect. Wait, what?
I meant Lich and phylactery as like an analogy, not necessarily that he is literally a lich making a literal phylactery.
No, what I'm saying is there's this Cult of Dragons people that I looked into a while back. That are the reason it came to mind was because when I came across all this stuff going on with the liches, it made me think of the Cult of Dragons. And it could be Diliot has some tie to that. I'd have to look back through my notes. Because this was weeks ago in real life. But I wrote down that I was very concerned about the coincidence between what Boprick has been doing here and what I had learned about the Cult of Dragons as a footnote to look back later. Let me.
I suppose we'll have to discuss it at length later when you refresh your notes. I'm not sure I see
So,
the direct
okay,
connection.
here it is. I flip back. So there's like this arcane group that's been spending time trying to make the Draco Lich. I know we mentioned this briefly. they're trying to turn dead dragons into undead dragons, and they did it on chromatic dragons, and it involves making like potions and stuff. What if Diliot, I'm just reaching here, is maybe tied to this group?
Well, I think the two things we know for certain are that they sound like bad guys, and Diliot, we know for a fact, is
Yeah.
not a good person. And if there's two powerful entities concerned with motivating, I don't know, evil desires, they're certainly going to be aware of each other, even if they aren't directly related.
And I still don't know what's up with these Shadowkin things. I feel like
Well, all I can say on that note is I feel a lot better dealing with these problems if we were someplace perhaps a little safer than a war camp far, far from.
I almost feel like we shouldn't say anything to Beauprick yet, but I also feel like we need to know where he's going to be. So if we do need to get a hold of him,
Agreed. Perhaps he's familiar with sending stones, or maybe the two of us could work together to create a pair. I'm unsure. It would be good to stay in contact with him. And I
Oh,
must
hey
say-
guys, you missed a hell of a fight.
Hey,
Yeah, everyone has filed in from the forest
sorry.
at this
Well,
point.
Well,
Ugh.
maybe update them. I don't know.
I'll kind of look to. I'm still holding the horns. I'm still
Holding a pile of wiry brains.
I'm still holding the brain, and I'll say, or I'll just look to them, and then look back at Kith.
Guys-
Hold on, real quick. Who all is there at this tent?
I don't know. I was
Me?
in the tent
I am.
and the eggs. I was egg sitting.
Right.
Did we get our money?
Yeah, you guys would have gotten paid. You can take your money from your bets. That's Vestra 1.
Yay!
Um.
Ooh.
So
Mark that.
Okay, so Telehai's there, Vestra's there.
Telhai, Vestra, Thormir, Kith, Wander,
We're all there
all there.
in the little tent. Okay, it's cozy.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
all
I'm
pushed up in this little tent.
A little halfling
Um,
tent.
Christ, Vestra, those look bad. And I hand her a healing or a cure wounds salve.
I'll take it.
So Fitz determined that Diliat wasn't actually an automaton like the rest. It seems it was some kind of illusion.
As you say that, Kith, Fitzroy, the forge mind in your hand glows a quiet blue. And you all hear, "A shame. I had hoped my conduit would last a little bit longer."
He's a spy.
I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
God.
goodness. This is why you did it.
Oh God. This is
Oh,
gonna hurt.
ow.
Oh,
Yay.
dang, Thormir.
Will somebody roll it for
Wander.
Wander, please.
Does anybody already
That's
have
a-
a sheet open? Otherwise, I will.
11.
Oh boy.
If mine's is high enough to react quick
I
enough,
can't-
I am going to close my hand. I'm going for the jump on the shrapnel versus.
Hang on, let me get Wander's roll first.
He's going for the
Drop it in
Captain
front of
America
everybody.
move.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
kinda
do
do.
that, but I'm afraid
Dex,
it's not
Dex,
going to have an
Dex,
effect.
Dex,
Uh,
Dex.
Cut out there for a
Is
second.
there
Okay, that's
is there
Wander.
enough time for me to get off a very, very quick bardic inspiration?
No.
This is reaction.
Damn.
This is a
was-
reaction.
this is a surprise attack. There's no way we could do anything.
So
Explode.
The brain glows at us and explodes. I don't think
the
there's much
DC
time.
was 16.
Crap. My 4
Oh, I
is way
definitely
low.
made it then.
I'm happy to jump on the grenade. Just if I die, get me to the fucking bow prick guy.
No, I think I probably fell on it with that nat one.
He like knocks you out of the way
I
of the
think
grenade by
Thormir
accident and
falls
falls on it.
on me.
A fireball emerges
Oh,
from
Ouch!
him.
spray.
That's gonna hurt. Well, that knocks me out. 34.
Has this
Can
been
I-
10 minutes since the fight?
Boom.
Fuck.
Hey,
I'm down.
Echo.
I'm gone.
I'm dying.
Echo?
Yes.
I jump on the eggs as I
Okay.
go Just again.
You saved. Those of you who rolled over a 16, you take 17 points of fire damage. Those of you who rolled under a 16 takes 34.
I'm down.
Okay.
Thormir, you take
I'm-
34.
Mhm.
Take 34. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Kith is dying.
Can I-
Vestra's down. Okay, so everyone, well, a lot of people are down. Who's still up?
I'm down to
I'm up.
zero health.
I'm still
Wander's
I'm
up.
Okay.
Echo.
Let me
Yes.
just check my inventory and see if I
Is
have
there
any.
any way that I can take the full damage, like willingly miss my save and give the people who missed their saves half damage? Like as a fall on the grenade alternative? I passed my save, but
The problem is Fireball is a magical burst of flame in
Yeah.
a big radius. It doesn't
Before
really
you were gonna say
explode
that.
like that.
Doesn't it go around corners and stuff too?
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah,
Fireball.
it's crazy.
Fireball sucks.
All right. All right.
If it was just an explosion, I would say yes, but it's not. It's a spell.
Oh god, the eggs! Do we have to roll for the eggs?
No,
No.
I jumped on the eggs and shielded
good.
them. If there's one thing Dimitri has left besides his mask, it's those goddamn eggs, and he's not letting them happen.
Okay. Fuck!
The
Fitz,
tent-
you have a healing something?
yeah. I've got I think 2 casts left. 'Cause I never ended up getting.
Let's get them up as fast as we can.
Yeah, who needs it? Vestra, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kith.
Vestra, Kith, Dimitri, and I think that's it.
Yeah, it's those 3 are unconscious.
All right. I've
Wander
got 1
runs-
second level and 2 first
Wander
level.
runs over to Dimitri and does a cure wounds.
Great. So we just got to get Kith and Vestra up.
Oh man, I rolled
I'll
like
get
ass.
Dimitri,
you get 8 points of health back.
I've got 1 of each. So I've got second level cure wounds for let's say Kith, and then first level for Vestra.
The tent is blown off, just cinders and embers floating up, and
Has anybody
the
got
soldier
What
like
bathroom?
What did I get? 15? That's a lot of cures.
17.
17 back? Okay.
What do I
Um,
get?
11.
11.
Alright, did anybody get Dimitri yet or no?
I did.
Yes.
Dimitri got
Wander
hit from
healed
Wander.
him for 8.
Okay.
Sorry, for
Um,
9.
No, it was 8.
Oh.
I rolled like ass.
My bad.
It's all right. He's still alive. That's the important
Still
part.
alive.
So this tent, Kith's tent, is just burnt up, and embers are floating up into the sky. The bell from the camp starts ringing as they think they're under attack, as a fireball just went up and incinerated.
Did
This
the
time.
Forge Mine Brain incinerate also?
Yes.
Okay, so it's.
This is just how the Merigard makes our exits, guys. It's fine.
Oh, fuck.
Uh,
This is like the
Everybody-
second
is everybody
explosion I've
awake?
caused.
Is everybody all right?
What just
No,
happened?
no, I'm not okay.
You know, I
Ah.
really liked this shirt. Anyway, never mind. Let's just.
My
I'm getting real
journal.
sick of dying.
Damn it, I gotta
Is
roll
your
my
is your
armor.
journal all right?
Oh,
your
the pages
journal
all
actually, your journal actually looks pristine.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
it's
It's enchanted.
fireproof. Yes.
My bathrobe.
That does not look pristine.
My
Are
armor
the eggs
scorched your
okay?
bathrobe.
Is everybody
like-
okay? I can heal.
Are the eggs okay?
The eggs actually look a little warmer.
Oh, they're fucking dragon eggs.
Oh,
They're
Yeah, I was gonna say,
fine.
guys, we've seen Game of Thrones, right?
Ugh.
Does anybody
Anyway.
need healing? I can heal.
I think we all are a bit fucked. Ugh, man.
But on that
I-
note,
I
as the
think-
fireball has just erupted after that message from Mr. Dilliot himself, let's go ahead and call it there.
We're gonna hunt that motherfucker down.
That was the
All
first time
right.
Vestra's ever been knocked down.
We're gonna hunt that motherfucker down, and we're gonna destroy him.
What a cliffhanger for the Nostradamus campaign.
Oh, I was gonna wait till we got actually back to Merigard. I don't. That was like my start point was gonna be we get back to Merigard, and whatever session we do that, and then we take a break. So
Oh, okay.
if
cool,
we're not
cool.
done yet, I won't start yet because I don't want to have to try to figure out what the hell I'm like. Back to Telehigh from like GM brain, but in the middle of a thing would not. My brain would not.
That's awesome. Works for me too. I'm completely cool. I'm obviously cool. Whatever. I am the
You-
low roll. So I'm cool.
Fitzroy,
Oh,
you
are we
rolled
done?
good enough to see the weird rune, but not good enough to see the trap.
Oh,
Okay, are we? I'm gonna stop the session. We're good there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.